All right, folks, we're here talking about Gundam 0083 Stardust memories. The usual suspects are here. What's going on, Prime and Jared? How's it going, gentlemen?
Guten Tag, dudes. Guten Tag.
Look, I'm just saying they didn't break the treaty first. That's all I gotta say. The Federation didn't break the treaty first.
Man, you better get out of my face, bro.
Come on now.
How in the hell? No.
I got the records and the letter of the law. Let's go, sir.
No. Let's check this out. No. Let's hit. No, let's put it on this way. If I have to own up to space Nazism and all the rest of that crap, what you can do is say, all right, so we may have told Anaheim, what if we could put a nuke on it?
All right. So
come on,
let's go to the letter of the law, sir. What is the Antarctica Treaty say?
Don't do that to me, because you know I don't know.
What is the Antarctica Treaty says? You can't use nukes and you can't drop colonies.
They say nothing about dropping
so technically speaking, we're using it in a test, not against our enemies.
No,
right?
Hold on. Exactly. So first, in the 1 year war, Zeon used nuclear weapons 3 times.
This is true.
Sir. 3 effective times.
I'm just saying. If you look, much like a person that supports the Confederates, sir, if you're going to say my exploits, say them correctly, sir. 3 effective.
All I'm saying is, you can't be a radical Zeon and say fuck that tree, and then all of a sudden say, hey, nukes, that's the line.
It ain't the nukes that pissed me off. What pissed me off was the hypocrisy of it all. That's what got me. You need to tell me
which hypocrisy.
You know what? I'm mad that all of you, Prime, Jared, and you, Chris, have all told me the same thing. Hey, D, you know this shit ends like the Patriot Act, right? I'm like, what do you mean? I said that so.
Look, you basically get the Patriot Act and the Department of Homeland Security stood up.
Wow.
Hey, Titans.
You don't. I think it happened because I don't remember. It happens before Zeta really kicks in. Yeah. But where the Titans have full control of the Earth Federation. Small spoilers for the beginning of Zeta, because what's our man's name? I was just looking at it. Not Boscombe, but
Jamatov?
Jamatov. Yeah, Jamatov basically conspires to have like the leader of the main political faction that's against him assassinated during a council meeting. And
where have I seen this before? Where have that so familiar on the tip of my goddamn nose?
We're dissolving the government. Titans in control. And then we get Camille winding his way on to being a terrorist from there on. So, but that comes in the future.
Time is a circle, gentlemen. Time is a circle, you see.
I'm just saying, DeLaz had a lot of balls to be like, hey, that treaty, fuck that peace treaty. I know we lost, but fuck that peace treaty.
like that treaty was signed by illegitimate space noids.
Basically, I don't recognize their authority here.
For me.
You have no authority here, sir.
The last fuck that treaty. I know we lost, but nah, that ain't happening, bro.
No, that shit went
straight old Confederate. Oh, the war's still going on. Fuck what you heard.
Hey, bro, man. The second they can win that ship, nigga, it was on for me, man. it never turned off.
I mean, to be fair, when you have the Zabi family, they're pretty much dead at the end of the 1 year war. Yeah, the leadership of the Zeon is pretty much in disarray at this stage. So it's
don't you just love how Haman just left my man out in the cold? He's like, we fighting for Zabi. Minerva, get your ass in the back of the ship. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
All right. To be fair, Haman with Minerva. Did we say Minerva? Minerva. That's the right one. Sorry, I'm really bad on names. But Haman with Minerva. Haman loves Minerva. She's doing that shit out of her love of Minerva and her father. So that's more of keeping her out of the limelight.
Flag on play, sir.
What's up?
Haman was using that broad as a straight figurehead.
Absolutely. I'm not saying she didn't use her for her power, but Haman did not want any harm to come to Minerva at the very least. Haman is still very much like space noids need to be independent, but fuck all this ideal shit. Yo, because you see that in this, because Haman when Haman is sold, like, oh, it's Gato and all that stuff. He's like, oh, him and his ideals. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, Gato ideals over hoes. Come on, let's go.
Gato is just, if you really think about it, Gato in the grand scheme of things is just a cog in the wheel. He ain't really anybody.
You know, I think that's the true tragedy of it all. He didn't figure that out until, you know, the colony was already floating. So you know what I mean? That's what it probably. Yeah, that's when you could tell it finally hit him. How like,
hold up,
oh, you know what? If I'm dying for something, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like at that point, that's when he kicked in for him, man.
Look, and it mirrors it mirrors the loyalties during the 1 Year War, because Delaz was an adherent of Giran, and that's why he was in the back just sending people out. Delaz was under Dozel, so he's the true soldier, and that's why that's where a lot of Delaz's idea comes from, and like why he's very cut and dry, straightforward. Like I am the epitome of what would be with Dozel.
I am just taken aback by that, the loyalty that Delaz's man had for him. When you just look at the grand scheme of these, everybody was being played like a fiddle by the fucking Zombie family. It is so ridiculous. It is so fucked up. It's like these motherfuckers really thought they were fighting for this, but it was about the dollar bill and about the damn time.
All right. So even it comes down to even if it comes down to the dollar bill thing and the betrayal of it all, the one person I will say, like, I understand 100% of what they did. Shima Garahao, like I can hold nothing against her.
Oh yeah, she is the unsung hero of this whole fucking thing. Like I get you. Like I'm not condoning her actions, but I'm saying I fucking understand. Boo.
Oh, she looked Delaz in his face. Was like,
you know what? Yeah, I was about to say because
she looked Delaz in his face. Was like, yeah, dog. This ain't it. I'm gonna turn you over to Federations because this shit ain't the move, dog. Nope.
Wait, but like, I like how he was like, wait, it's like, so you're going to turn me into this? Like, yeah. I don't want to die.
What? Nah, you crazy bastard.
It's like that. Look, there's that, and it's like. Delaz acts like he doesn't know what the zombies did to Chima. Chima's a space pirate for a reason. She's out in the cold. Yeah. In the beginning of the 1 Year War, when the zombies were gassing colonies that wouldn't abide by it, they needed, at the end of the war, they needed someone to take all the heat for that. And you know who they found to do it? Chima.
Yep.
So you're like, guess what? You're a whole ass war criminal now. Turn yourself over. Excuse me? I'm going to take my battleship and turn into a space pirate. Peace.
I'm out. It's like this ain't it.
It sounds kind of funny. Like, you know, what you're telling me is that for every action there is a reaction. So you mean to tell me,
funny, right?
If you fired this person, this will happen and trigger off this thing. If you do that, eventually a cataclysm would happen, and there will be You know what? Fuck it. You know what?
I'm just laughing at it.
Hold on, D. I know you're kind of mind boggled because we're not used to actual like cause and effect storytelling now in 2021. I know.
Dog. Yeah. How is it possible? That's the one thing I love about Gundam. But like, how is it possible? Every time I come back to this, not only do I see something new that I didn't see the first time, but more and more, the older I get, it's like I fucking hate this world. I hate everything in it.
And it's like
yes, the Tamino view. Welcome to our side, brother.
It's like he just both sides got trash. It's not even cut and dry. I keep telling people to watch Gundam. It's never cut and dry because if the Zeon ain't full of shit, the Federation is full of shit. Yo, how do you blame a fucking 19-year-old that works for you? Hey, dog, that colony dropping, that's on your ass. So you have to demote your ass. I'm like, he didn't even do anything. What the
like? How the hell did you drop it? I was like, but then again, and this is D being snarky about it, but that's the whole point about all this back and forth with it. It's like, wow, so a Fed just let another young person just have a whole lot of deaths hang upon their head, and they say, shame on you. Sounds on bread with the Federation, if you ask me.
I'm just gonna say, once you get into Zeta and you find out where Amuro been cooling at for the last 7-8 years, you're gonna have that feeling double down.
Yeah. Well, see, look, I'll cut Amuro some fucking slack because, like, okay,
I'll cut
Amuro a little slack because, like, he's just a random ass nigga.
Yeah.
And like he never gave any ideal speeches about uplifting the masses. He was just like, look, nigga, I'm just trying to live. That's all. That is all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to live. Yet we ain't in the Stars contact yet. And Zed, he's just like, look, I'm just trying to motherfucking live. versus my so
I'm gonna save that comment for Shadow's counterattack.
And he was placed on a fucking house arrest by the Federation. They're like, we don't trust this Amuro motherfucker. We gotta watch this motherfucker closely. So like, Amuro's in action. I can excuse. I can understand.
Well, no, I'm not saying
the other fucking hand. This.
All right, hold on. Before we jump over to like complain about Kira Yamato, because I have all the slander for Kira Yamato.
Everybody.
No, like Amuro, I'm not blaming Amuro for his house arrest. I'm saying more the fact that the Federation has Amuro under house arrest is the problem. Like, just because of some state secret violations, or you might be a new type or whatever.
Yo, here's how fucked up it is.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was also like said unsaid that he was also doing it to keep his fucking friends safe. Because like if Amuro step out of line, because they like ultimately I know they didn't want to kill him because like look, this nigga's still an asset. This motherfucker can still possibly theoretically be useful, but we still need to control him.
Right.
Just stay in his house, Amuro, and Frau Bro and her family's gonna be all right. So it's okay, Amuro. It's cool.
That's what they did.
All right.
That's what they
Not
did.
really. Frau Bo went off with somebody else. So
I mean, that's what they did to Cole. They told Cole like, "Hey, dog, we're going to demote your ass and throw you in jail." And then it was like, "All right, you know what? Give him back his."
But they dropped the charges in the end.
So I was like,
yeah, because I always miss it during the scroll because they end up dropping the charges on some technicality. They made it all disappear. So
because they
scrubbed it.
It never
Excuse me. Yeah, because it never happened. We're not gonna.
That dude was in Space Leavenworth for half a year. And it was like, yeah, take him out.
We talk about that.
He's like, all right, so that's
one of the things
how do
that
we
really
explain
bothered me
lost half
ultimately
our fleet?
about 0083 is because, like, look, I understand. I can go along with your retcon as far as you want to take me, and they go, okay, so all these mobile suits, yeah, it's just test bed. That's okay. No, we scrubbed and we sealed the records. Okay, I can buy that. I'll let you have that to let the rest of the series happen. That's cool.
Cool.
But the one thing that I cannot abide by, I cannot get over, is you mean to tell me all these fucking goodie bags that Anaheim developed and they did not sell shit? You want me to believe that for a fucking hot second?
Thank you.
All right, so let me give this to you real quick. They did sell them. That's the gag. So Shima's suit that she's using at the end.
No. It's supposed to be the GOP4. I'm talking about post 0083.
Yeah,
tell me that they did not
post that
anything with none of those suits.
Post that a lot of the work that comes out of that ends up going into the new Gundam, I believe. Oh my god, the GM. No, because Zeta, the original Zeta was built by. Actually, it might have been
built
Zeta,
on
the double Zeta
M2. Mark II. Built on Camille's designs and his specifications based on his combat data.
Okay.
No, excuse me. I was about to say the double Zeta, but the double Zeta was Judah's own design. So let me see.
Wasn't the Mark II kind of based off of it though?
No, the Mark II. The Mark II was like actually obsolete by the time we get to 0087.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was used for like test bedding technology because it wasn't. The thing about the Mark II is not an advanced suit like at all. Like
it's literally it's an upgrade of the Gundam, the original Gundam 78-2 to be up to spec with everyone now, because the suits you see being rolled out at the end of the series are the GM Quells, which I have a figure of in the background.
Yeah, but it's not that tech-wise is not that impressive to its contemporaries. I think if I'm not mistaken, like doesn't the Hyzak like outspec it by just a margin or a few?
Yeah. Because by the time they were designing the Mark II, they didn't have the Xeon scientists involved. By the time they are getting into Zeta, you have Xeon scientists like being pretty deeply embedded inside of the Federation, Operation Paperclip in full effect. And that's how you get the best suit is now the Hyzak, which is basically a upspec Zaku.
Because wasn't the GPO2 like it was basically, since that was also Xeon development, it was kind of like the Earth Federation version of the Dom, pretty much. It looks like it could be their version of the Dom, especially with the legs and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the work that went into the hover system, the heavy armor, all of that became part of the Dom. Oh, that's the other thing. So you don't see a lot of like the whole suit being repurposed down the line. What you end up seeing is parts of each of the suits coming in. So the new core block system is the beginning of your transformation systems that go into your Zeta line. The GPO2, if you look at like every mobile suit, basically Zeta forward, they all have spherical armored cockpits. And the first mobile suit to be deployed like that was the GPO2 with this like bulbous chest area that's more exposed.
Yeah, it's kind of weird too because like I got the GPO3 Gunpla, and the core fighter for that is like an F-16 model, like an F-16. I'm like, oh, that's kind of different than the original core fighter system. I'm like, huh. And yet in the show, we get the big ass fucking war, like basically mobile, I guess, GPO3.
The pistol. Is it Stamen? That's
Stamen.
Excuse me.
Stamen.
Yeah.
Which I still to this day am wondering, like, yo, Anaheim, what was the idea behind that? I still don't get it.
Extreme base defense. Like it's a single pilot battleship. It's meant to take on wave after wave of mobile suits.
Have you ever seen that Gundam Evolved short with the chick who deployed with it defending Le'Veon Rose?
I did not see that. I heard about it.
Wild. Oh, it's fucking wild.
When I remember when I first saw Stardust Memories and I saw that, I was like, what the that's a good what?
It's technically it's a mobile.
One of those things.
It's like a meteor pack that you see in
stressing. This is stressing the Gundam is real robo thing just a little bit.
I mean,
it's stretching it just a little bit.
I mean, like you said, the meteor system is because but at least the meteor system, I could see the feet of the Gundam and stuff. This was just like. So it's just
the Gundam is embedded back into it.
That thing's
good lord, he thick boy. He's a thick old boy.
I'm just saying, man, that ass was woo.
That's what made it even more kind of messed up. It's like,
I was like, hey, what's up, baby?
Look, oh, you have that big ass warfighter, and you still couldn't prevent Operation Starbust. Damn shame.
Look, it's still like at that point, it's still only mobile suit grade weaponry on board it, so it's not meant to. You can take out maybe a battleship, but still the amount of firepower you need to take down
that big ass cannon. But you're right.
Take out a battleship with just a standard mobile suit. This is kind of overkill, my guys.
It really is.
It's been to take out wings of battleships. Excuse me.
Wings of battleships, it's still like the Battle of Solomon and shit. You gotta take out like 18 at once and shit.
Look, they wanted the Dendrobium to be able to basically, like, if Axis rocked up, because Axis Zeon were the ones that the Federation were mainly concerned about. If Axis rocks up, all right, we can stop them from doing whatever we need them to do.
Anaheim is cashing in money behind the scenes.
Look, Delaz came at them sideways, and they just weren't ready for it.
You know what? I will say this though, like even if I disagree with Delaz and stuff, I did like his speech, and he made me kind of convinced. Like, you see this suit here? They violated the Antarctic Treaty, and I'm like,
no, hey,
way to galvanize them.
Me.
All right, we violated it. Shut the hell up.
Shut up. We just badass.
Look,
it's like I kept saying, imagine if you will, the gall out of like one of the was like, imagine like America went over to Vietnam and did the whole Vietnam thing, and then somebody from Vietnam, I don't know, throw a rock at us. You see what the motherfuckers did? I told you they crazy.
So I'm sorry. So you kind of mean like how the Vietnam War started with the
sort of like that. Sort of like that. Look, see, I couldn't say that because like I just gotta be real. Like certain things.
This is why whenever people sit there and say we should have Gundams in real life, I'm like, no, we will be very irresponsible with Gundams.
Like, no.
I really because Tomino came out in some interview. Like I'm highly skeptical about humans future living in like space colonies and stuff like that. I can't believe you say that. Like, have you
seen Gundam? I feel like have you
seen this shit? Because you know what he saw? Like the thing that really got me was when I saw the number of lives that was lost in the 1 year war. It hit me. He's fucking right. That's eventually going to happen.
Do you know how many colonies would hit Earth on principle to where even I will be watching TV like, well, you know, we did kind of deserve that shit. So,
dude, I don't trust us with private helicopters. Like, what the fuck? How you expect us to have goddamn no. You mean to tell me in the year 3000, while the Chinese are still taking over the whole Earth, you mean to tell me, like, you mean to tell me there's going to be no conflict, dude? If there's a chicken sandwich that's good, we're going to kill each other for it. So you mean to tell me? Motherfucker, I've seen people maul each other to get across the park to catch a goddamn Vaporeon in Pokemon Go. Don't give me that bullshit.
I'm from the hood. and we were force-fed crack. So I already know.
Hey, look. We talked about this. We talked about this in freaking Thunderball and stuff. I think if we did have mobile suits, a lot of us here in this country would be like the gorillas in fucking Thunderbolts. We'll have some makeshift mobile suits that were left over, fighting for our life and shit.
I would. Look, as much as I hate saying this. Oh, I would love to be in 8th MS. Oh, I would love to do Vietnam.
Yo, D, we got a fucking Saku. Let's rebuild this shit.
Oh my God, think about it. Now, this is the only. Like, think about it, man. I'm riding the Gundam. I didn't wash my ass in 15 days because I've been up. Scared that the Fetties are going to show up at any time.
You just black tar heroin out of the jungle. Like, let's go.
Fetties in the trees. We were playing We're playing motherfucking Creeds on repeat 24 hours. First of all, hail to the chief.
Sir, can we play Find the Valkyries just once, sir? Just one time, please, sir. For variety, please, sir.
Hey, I would love to say though, like Garrett said at the start of this, right? The amount of security,
no bull crap. No bull crap. I'm sorry, Chris. No bull crap. Also, I want a goof. I want a goof, nigga. Oh, I want a goof.
I mean, Sanders is the reason.
I probably can't drive. Look, I probably can't ride that joke for shit. But I want it. I want it.
Sanders is the reason why I'm like, I want a goof custom. I don't want a goof. I want a goof custom. Give me that gap.
Yes, that custom John, man.
Look, you just really want to say it's no Zaku boy one time, don't you?
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I just want to be that one badass person that separates himself from everybody. Like, yeah, you got a basic suit. I got a badass suit. Kiss my.
And yeah, before we get on to talking about the horrible security at Torrington and how Torrington can also never catch a break, I want to go back to one thing that D did bring up, like the number of people that died. So we talked about this on my weekly show some time ago. Like the 1 year war is kind of lopsided in how death happens. You have to realize half of the human population dies in about the first 2 weeks of the war. Because unrestricted nuclear exchange, colony drop, and then the zombies then have the small civil war in the colonies where you're not on our side. Your colony is now poison.
Sorry.
And that's where we get Chima getting blackballed from as well. So it all stems from the beginning. Like all of that happened, and until February they're like, all right, we need to chill. we need to chill.
I think war need rules, right? Can we get some rules written down? Time out.
So the good question is this: who was the side to say time out first? Of both sides taking casualties. Who was like, all right, man, look, hold up. That's like 5 in a row. You can't do that, man. You ever see two kids playing? You ever see two kids like shooting each other in the yard like blah blah blah? Nah, I shot you. No, I didn't. No, you can't keep getting up, man. Nah, it's on the same level.
I think it's like Dumb and Dumber when Lloyd hit Harry when they were at the party. He's like, all right, time out. Shit. Yo, let me get this right.
All right, so to answer your question really quick, I think it was actually Zeon that proposed the treaty. No, wow. The Earth I'm getting mixed up because I'm reading the wiki as we're going to get that one bit of information. But basically, they threatened them into signing the treaty because they're like, we will drop Luna 2, which is a giant asteroid onto Jaburo, because they're like, Operation British hits Australia because it was initially supposed to hit Jaburo in Brazil, but the Federation forces damage the colony enough where it starts spinning and it comes into the atmosphere wall. It basically breaks up faster and drops onto Australia.
Well, you know,
and then they're like, all right, try this rock, bitch. And they're like, all right, you know what? Let's sign a treaty because this is getting a little silly.
Imagine your ace in the hole is we'll drop a colony. Oh shit, never mind.
You ain't gonna drop no colony. Oh really? Everybody look at the specs. Them niggas can do that shit. Ooh.
Look, it's ultimately the high ground problem that was faced.
Yes, just tell him yes. Let's do this shit. God damn, why?
Like
damn.
During the Cold War, like that's why both America and Russia were racing to the moon so fast. It's your high ground in any battle, and whoever's there, you can just chuck shit from the moon, have it drop on her, and just fuck up everything.
That's not funny. That's actually the truth. Yes, you could just
a 500-kilometer hole.
Can you imagine
a hole bigger than anything ever seen?
The Federation was like, you know what? At first I said, we didn't give a shit about Australia. First I said I didn't give a fuck about Australia, but you know what? Y'all mean business. You know what? Let's go ahead and sign this shit.
But I will say this before we move on to Torrington. Delaz is technically the first one to have a successful colony drop because he hit his target.
But he died in the process. That's his legacy. At least he'd be like,
still successful.
That's a good legacy.
Successful.
That's a good legacy.
No more corn for y'all.
Hey, the points. Hey, Chris, the points still count if you get fouled, right? It's still,
that's an one.
That's an and one if you ask me.
It's a loss from the afterlife. And one, nigga.
The motherfucker did the Wayne Wade fall where he go through the middle, just drop, look up, doing.
Well, his body did bounce after Chima.
I was about to say, man.
All right. Let's talk about sad Torrington.
Yo, Gato. It's not enough that Gato was already worried because he had like the wrong type of Federation uniform that wasn't an officer. He still got on the base. I'm like, nobody questioned this guy. Like, who are you? Nothing. We're not.
No. So he wasn't worried about that. No, he was more like, you're gonna demote me, even though I'm undercover. Why do you give me a lower rank?
I'm like, dog, you got to.
No, Gato is just petty. That's more petty than like being concerned about security.
But nobody questioned this man walking on foot onto base. I'm like, I would question that shit immediately. Like, who are you again?
Well, no, he rode in under the cover before he like hopped out and got in the passenger seat.
And nobody
so
saw
at that
him
point,
out. That's crazy to me, man.
Like, bases are like big.
That line though, when he got in that passenger seat. I don't understand that. How are we losing these people?
I'm like, dog.
A part of me, like, I know why you lost. I can tell you why.
You just don't know.
Like I got a whiteboard, nigga. I can tell you. But I definitely agree with you.
How
the hell did we lose?
I think that's what Jared pointed out is like a lot of people didn't know like what the Zabi family was really like doing behind the guys of the war. So for Gato, he's just like, this is some bullshit. We had the better mobile suits. We
had the better mobile suits. We had the ideals. Like, how do you lose with ideals? God damn it, ideals win all the time.
Like, come on, man. Like that's like it's historical ideals that wins battles and not, weaponry and, policies and, just getting fucking washed. Lines. And just getting washed in several battles. I'm sorry. The Zeon didn't win the battle that he was in, did they?
No.
He didn't win Solomon.
No. He was
yes, he was a Nightmare of Solomon. Yes, he was. And by the way, I did read that manga, that whole backstory when it came to that jump. And yeah. He was, all right, put it this way. He was Iverson on a losing team. Yes, I get it. Yep. He scored like 45 that night. Yeah, he was on fire, but that's about it. But they didn't win that battle. They lost that joke. I'm like,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and also go, well, he was also ordered to retreat. Like he wanted to stay. He wanted to stay.
If he stayed, he would have died though, so he would be a dead legend.
Now I think there's a OVA or not OVA. I'm sorry. There might be a video game or a manga where he rolls up on Amuro and they fight to like a standstill.
Yep.
And that's when he gets the retreat order. Was it Encounters in Space or was it?
It's Encounters. It's Encounters.
Okay.
Yep. I mean,
for some reason I was thinking Climax UC. It wasn't Climax UC. So to be fair to him, he would have stayed and died.
Also, the double whammy for Gato is like you get there, you see the Gundams, and then also you find out your ex-girlfriend is the one that developed them shits at the same time. It's like,
well, he knew she was with Anaheim Electronics when he was on Luna too.
But to go on the base and just be like, ah, shit, she's here.
But also, and it's just me, and I get it, I know, but Gundam, small fucking universe, huh? It's like I get it.
Like everybody knows.
I get it. We need a story. I do. It's just
also,
that will always forever annoy me in anime, comics, anything. Where it's like, wow,
why is it just these two niggas?
right?
Also, I'm looking at Cole like, so y'all just gonna make up at the end, even though you could have put dead to rights, kill Gato, and y'all just make up at the end. Like, I would have been like, bitch, what are you doing here? Why are you?
I'm just gonna assume she's got the.
Why did I go to jail and you didn't?
Thank you.
Like, I'm just gonna look. Raise your hands if you didn't fuck the enemy.
I'm like, dog, you know how bitter I would be? I got this guy that's been making my life a living nightmare through this whole fucking debacle. Dead to rights.
Whole thing.
I got him dead to rights. I could end this shit right now. And then boom, the girl that I was working with decides, you know what, I want to help my ex-boyfriend now. And I'm like, what? No.
Like, I'm sorry, I like the nerve that Nina had is like, I don't want to see you two kill each other. Cue to 30 seconds ago. Did you just shoot that nigga?
Sir, do not question her white woman privilege. How dare you?
Look, I both like and dislike Nina because one, another example of strong UC women writing. God damn it. And then
you do not drag Emma into this shit. How dare you?
This is true. You can't drag her.
Like I can't, but there are a whole lot of other options in this whole universe.
Notice I just said Emma, just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Where the hell is I even going with this?
I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, Gato got there, gets in the Gundam. I like how Cole, again, I like his evolution because just that one part where when Gato was like, what do you I forgot what he said, and all of a sudden Cole was like, yes, sir. And he's like, I'm the enemy, you fucking idiot. Yes, sir.
Behind the ears.
Cole, look, all right. I
like how I did like it though.
I appreciate it, but I feel like because I was messaging Dia as I was finishing watching it again, and it was like Cole has to come out of this with like big incel energy because one. Ko ain't never even sniffed the other side of a woman by the time he was thrown down in Australia.
You're 19 years old going into a war. I'm just saying, like.
Well, all right. So Ko comes out in peace because, like, he may have by the time because Ko's 19 now. The 1 year war ended before he would have been 16. Yeah. So unless he was part of the,
they were scouting.
He was scouting him. Unless he was part of the baby brigade that went out at the end of fucking Thunderbolt. I think he was pretty good to just go.
Cole, whatever.
I'm sorry.
Get my GI Bill.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Baby Brigade. That's number 15 of reason. Number 15. Putting the kids in harm. Yeah.
Nigga, this is about to be a long night.
Look. Yes. Xeon is way longer. But sin's a sin, and God's going to tell you when you get there what you did.
Look, we said there's a Thunderbolt. As soon as I saw them kids salute that fucking Gundam, I was like,
salute
wow.
The Gundam.
They salute the Gundam, not the pilot of the Gundam. I'm like, oh, these kids are dead.
But from everything we know, Ko had like a pretty normal upbringing on Earth because like he was from there.
Yeah.
But like he comes in as a test pilot, so he had some degree of aptitude, but just not a lot of experience. And well, Nina wasn't really the one to get experience with because that nigga spent like half a year in jail and didn't get no other action.
Nothing.
Look,
I'm assuming she got the magic box. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying she may have the magic box, but Gato's the only one that had that before he came out of prison. Because like I have like in a number of places like Ko is such a virgin nerd in like 8 spots because especially what's old girl's name that got shot on Levy and Roe.
I forgot her name. I don't. Damn it, these damn names. Yeah, the one who was just like, I'm pretty sure. Like she walked in there, like, oh, so Nina has a test pilot. I need to find a way to get this test pilot in there. She like starts leaning on him, starts showing him the drawings. Oh, look at these power specs. And she's like, oh, I ain't gotta fuck him. All right, let's go. Oh, damn, that was easy. Wow. Wow.
That was.
Do you know how? Look. Like, wait, what's easy? I'm sorry, I gotta tell you. I work for Anaheim Electronics, at least twice in your career. You have to. So I'm just happy you weren't the person. I'm just really not.
Oh my god.
Usually,
Oh my
God damn.
dog.
But yeah, but I think, but even then, she like. I hated the fact that she did what every woman does. I would say, yeah, every woman does in these anime, where they do the little fake jealousy thing where you're not responding to me. She just like, oh well, I just act like I'm distant towards you, and you're not listening to me. I'm like, of course, it had to be this episode. I flipped.
All right, I'm less mad at that one because Ko just had no spine. Like that was like she wanted him like all he had to do ask me out. Just ask me out. I'm here. I'm waiting for it. I see the tickets. Nigga, I'm making it as easy as I can. We need to go over the specs for the mobile suit. You
And the thing that really got me, hey D, yeah? Didn't Ko go through a whole battle where he killed somebody? Yes. D, if you killed somebody, what would be the first thing you do? Drugs? No. What would be the second thing you do? Have sex. So why is he not doing that?
I'm just saying, I like how Ko's teammates and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm going straight for the pills, man. That's the first thing.
I like how
having a nightmare tonight, nigga.
Ko's teammates at the end. I like how the ending is them being like, man, we got these bitchin' Titans uniforms. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, man,
the uniforms are dope as shit. Like,
I mean, look, it's dope.
But if your uniform is black and red, are we the baddies? Should be the first thing through your head.
Here's the question. Which one of those dudes got off by Camille?
I'm gonna go with Bernard.
Oh, Bernard got it. Oh, he got his. He was.
Bernard got his easily.
Definitely random hijack pilot. Definitely.
Nah, he was a GM Quell pilot. They had him at least like in like Federation Standard, not in like no repurposed Xeon.
All right.
Xeon.
I mean, they had them bitch leather jackets. I was like, oh shit. All right.
I think when the second I saw those leather jackets, like it reminds me of those Marines that got rank in like 2004, right in the thick of that Bush war. We're like, yeah, simplify. You've never been to Iraq yet, have you, sir? It gave me the same vibe. Like, yeah, let's play hit the button. Let's play drone.
Like, I'm just gonna say,
go out there. Yeah, it gave me the same vibe.
It's gonna be pretty bitching to be a Titan for like the first 4 years. Like until the AU really stands up, you're just beating up helpless colonials at this point. Like, what's the problem?
Until that moment when Bascom was like, I need you to go into that building and do what, sir?
What? Huh? What? It was all good just a week ago, man. What's going on here?
Oh God!
Oh my God! I really don't like. I know Bascom. Parts of. Oh my God! Fuck that man.
I know parts of Zeta. I know parts of Double Z. So when I go into like both of it, it's gonna be so much fun. Like there's gonna be so much more crime. So much more crime.
Out of all the tragedies and stuff, Chuck and Mora, happy couple of this whole thing. Who knew? Didn't think that was going to happen, but we got it.
I love it.
OTP right there.
Look, I look that first moment when Mora like looked over at Chuck sexually harassing Nina, and she's like, "Peggable," and she went over and shot her shot.
I like how you said peggable, not that's adorable, not pegging. Let's go.
Snooze.
I'm just mad.
Look, I had it all for Nora. Like, let's go. I was really mad at the beginning of the show because like the first 4 episodes where she's getting like picked on, Chuck being like, "Oh, I don't want that," until he's like, "Oh, I do like that."
No, but remember, you know how she just came on to him like, "Hey, how about you just ask me out for dinner?" And I'm like, "Wow, she's just being very proactive."
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what it was. Maybe the second episode with her or whatever she did when she threw a punch at somebody. I was like, I swear to God, show if a rogue missile hits her and she dies, I will never watch
that dude from the Xeon. That dude from the Xeon almost murked that fucking cockpit with them before Ko came in there with the fucking
no.
And you talking about when she punched the fuck out of Mancha though?
Yeah, when she punched out. Yeah. That's what I was like. I swear to God, show if you kill her, I am
Dude,
not forgiving
Zaku
you.
dude. When they did the slow motion, the Zaku was like that pile. I forgot who the fuck was piling the Zaku, and he was about ready to shoot the cockpit of that shoot. I was like, oh shit! And all of a sudden, bam, Ko come out of nowhere. I'm like, oh well, that was a good.
There was a lot of good pull-ups on here, man. The Rick Down one, that was the best one. That the man so good was not only did he pull up, he scooted right to my nigga. He pulled the gun out. He like, nah.
All right, excuse me. I need you. I need you to put some respect on my man, Super Bowl quarterback winning Dick Allen's name. If you think I am joking, all right. So I had to
wait.
One, his name is Dick Allen.
Yeah,
okay. He has a Lombardi trophy. If you go into his effects in his room, if you look at the pictures, it's him holding the Lombardi trophy at the last Super Bowl that happened before the 1 year war started.
So you're telling me he's like what if Tim Tebow was like a Gundam pilot?
Don't do that. That means Tim Tebow won something. Don't do that.
Tim Tebow won a Lombardi, didn't he? I thought
Lombardi is the Super Bowl trophy, nigga.
Okay, my bad. You tell me this is like what if John Elway became a pilot for the Federation?
Okay, yeah, John Elway would be doing. I thought he was going to say Tom Brady.
So
I'm like, no,
I can't take credit for this research.
Pilot, and you know that.
I can't take credit for this research. I have to shout out my boy Cam Roads in Life. He did this like years back, and I remembered it because he posted shit on Tumblr. Lieutenant Dick Allen, if you look at his stuff in the room, NFL was in the NFL before the 1 year war. Considering the fact that Gundam 1 year war takes place in 0079, you see dates begin in 2045. That would mean the Super Bowl in NFL existed in 2124, which would mean playing the Super Bowl, he was playing in either Super Bowl somewhere between 156 and 159.
Jesus. Bravo.
I love my homeboy.
Hey, D, yeah? You got something savage to come with that, right? Yeah, I do. You didn't see that motherfucking blitz come on the side of him, did he? What made it so good?
CTE, sir. CTE.
No, what made it so good was he thought he had.
No, I can't stand you.
Think about it.
I can't stand y'all. Why am I here? I can't stand none of y'all.
Jared, think about it. Now let's just think about it. You were a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Do you know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl? Me and Chris, we do work at sports stuff. We have talked about it. It is hard to win a championship in any professional sport, and that man has done it. That means that man has high reflexes and all that. And let's put some more respect on it, because I know for a fact he fought in the 1 year war. He survived that bloody ass war. Respect him.
I mean, Dick Allen did kill Colonel Bitter. He did kill Colonel Bitter out of that, so
I'm just saying, respect him. But let's just be real. But let's just be real. Let's just be real. DeMarcus Lawrence came around that corner, and he had nobody blocking for him.
Look, he had a fresh rookie in his first game blocking for him. Oh no, he was oh my god. It was a play action, and my nigga handed the ball off to the rookie on the side, and he was the one guarding. And he took every bit of that.
I like Bitter's men afterwards were like, shit, they got it. We give up.
Here's the thing, Jared. You fucked up. You made that kill 11 times better for me. You mean to tell me I killed a celebrity? Think about it. All right, I hate to be that person, but World War III happens, God forbid, and you killed somebody, Chris, and you walk over and you see that soldier. Is that Nikola Jokic? I killed Joker. Are you serious? It would freak you out. You would drag that body back to your commander and say, "Look who I got."
Actually, it would be kind of like. Actually, it'd be like if I accidentally. I mean, I've been overseas twice, but that would be like if Chris Curitan, I love him to death, if he accidentally killed like Osama bin Laden and shit and didn't know and came up to the body and was like, "Is that Osama? That's Osama bin Laden, son of a bitch."
What's he doing with it, Froyo?
I know, right? It's like, Osama bin Laden had a Froyo. It's a save, but like, nah, it's just that like. And I forgot also too, because they won the war and stuff, the fact that they were training in Zaku's on Earth on the base. I completely forgot. I was like, damn, that's like war trophies damn near.
Is it now? I wouldn't even say war trophies.
It's closer to Top Gun than anything else because they're testing out like new Federation stuff at the same time as they're testing it against like what they're expecting Xeon to have. So they're benchmarking.
I thought Xeon even up to that point they had like better like Zaku suits anyways at that point. I would like to.
It would have been the Gelgug, which was like their best one because that's why they're like when they see Chima come up in Gelgugs, they think they're like early models, but she got Gelgug Marines, which were the best ones they ever built, like right at the end.
Yeah, don't let Giglu make you turn different on them because we're pretty legit.
I don't know why that's such a big like a big shocker. Like I would do that. That's actually kind of smart to at least know the tactical advantage that a Zaku got and all the rest of that thing. Yeah, hell yeah. I would
because like if you look at current testing and training events that like the military does, they like training with countries that buy Russian equipment. It may be like a half generation old Russian equipment, but you still know what it can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I know like Korea and Japan like to train with the Philippines because the Philippines runs all Sukhoi fighter jets, like flankers and shit like that. So like you're basically testing against what you're expecting to fight against.
But they lost to it. Like the thing of it is though too, the fact that like when we see Ko and them inside the Zaku and they losing to a GM, and like GMs, for a lot of fans, it's like, oh, the GMs, whatever. It's not a Gundam. I'm like, GMs are not bad, honestly. I mean,
just Gundams are really fucking good.
They just have Gundams are filled with bleeding and cutting edge technology. GMs were made on the cheap.
Granted, I would be
like, but think about it. At least like the GM they're testing is a power GM with the GM Quill's backpack, basically. Yeah. So I don't know. It's the best GM you can get, sort of a custom. But
is that like being on the police force and you have the Impala and the real good detective has like I don't know, like a Corvette or something? Like, is it on that same type of level? Because that's I'm
the type of person like I'm the type of person. Out of all the GMs though, I'm the only person that probably I like the GM Sniper. I'll take that.
Oh, I
love them, man.
The GM Sniper is the best GM of the 1 year war.
Yeah, of course. Give me the GM Sniper.
Both flavors, mind you.
I mean, it's like that's the only GM I'll take and stuff. I mean, which is ironic because I think we said this before. Like the ground type Gundam is technically a GM with a Gundam head.
Basically,
yeah.
So,
yeah. It's like spare parts from the Gundam development program. And like, all right, we got GM parts, we got Gundam parts. Let's just make a strong GM.
It's like we'll try, but yeah, it's yeah, but we will never get this type of animation for the Gundam, will we? I don't think we will.
No. This is just a good, it's a good what you call like a snapshot of where animation was in the mid-90s.
It's good, man. I love it.
It's decent.
But
it's damn decent.
You're not gonna see this again because like it's a love letter to like the old hand-drawn animation, and it's Tomino and Shoji Kawamori that were working together. Now, if you don't know, Shoji Kawamori is the animator and designer for the Macross or Robotech series, as everyone else knows. And like Shoji Kawamori and not Tomino, what's our Verka
oh yeah, shit.
Kotoki, Hajime Kotoki. Yeah, they're the ones that like did these designs. So like you have the two best mechanical designers in anime at the time working together to do these suit designs. That's why like, everything is planned out and like run down through detail. So you have like how the Dendrobium like merges in and out of the system, how the extra booster packs work. You have properly working AMBAC systems when you get to the full burn-in. And like it's like down to the detail of like the RCS nozzles come in and out of the shoulder as it fires as the FB unit 1 moves around.
Yeah, I mean, you look at everybody that's in the
detailed as fucking. I love that shit.
I feel bad for some of the people in the Anaheim thing that got killed, like fucking Lucette. It's like I just designed Unit 3, really, bam. I'm like, damn, like she just gets off just like that, huh?
Yo, like that officer, like man, fuck that officer. Like whatever that lieutenant's name, man, fuck that man.
I like the thing that get me though is like I like how when shit was going down, when the second that colony started moving, I just love how the Federation really was like, oh shit, all we gotta do is XYZ, be home for dinner. Like I really I was shocked of how like lackadaisical it was. The second that shit got
this. You got this. Come on, Playboy.
It's like Godzilla attacking Tokyo. They know what the deal is.
Like, yo, it got
the colony coming. All right, we gonna set the solar array.
Now I got a question. Now, did I blink or some shit? Because when it shot into the colony, it shot directly at that motherfucker. Like, it really shot directly at that thing. It's just like,
and that rep from Anaheim was in on it.
Oh.
Yeah, because they were.
No, here's the thing.
We're threatening. We're gonna drop that colony on the moon. Yeah, you guys are in danger. So, because they like the whole point of that was Zeon knew that if it would happen again, like it happened with Operation British, Earth Federation, even though half of the fleet is gone, can still muster enough forces to chase down the colony, blow it up in deep space, and we'll stop it from landing on the moon because they want to protect the moon because all of our shit's built there. But if you chase it down to the moon, you're going to expend all your propellant in making all of your correction burns, where you're going to run out of fuel and basically be stranded in no man's land, while that bitch is going to slingshot around the moon and then get itself into an insertion orbit with the Earth. And now you got a whole nother problem.
Like the shit they got me was, they was like, man, we got this shit. It ain't going to... Is that shit turning on? That motherfucker turned on. Man, chase that shit.
Man was trying to not laugh. Mans was trying to not laugh. I like it. I like how
I love that every pilot called in. Bruh, I can't do nothing. Why? Man, I ain't got no more gas, bruh.
I'm on E, nigga. Come on.
Man, I'm gonna be floating out here for a while too, man. You know what take y'all too long to come out here.
Oh my god.
You got $20? You got $20?
You got $20.
CJ, where are you at? Hey, dog, I called AAA just an hour ago, man. They should have been. They should be in it. Yo,
oh my god, man,
that shit killed me. Yeah.
I gotta wonder though. I have to wonder though. Like you're the Zeon. You're a Zeon person that's working with the Federation, developing this and stuff, everything that's happening and stuff. Then you find out that a Splitzer group of the Zeon is about ready to rebel and throw a colony. How do you react to that? Like, you're just like, I just want to do my job, and now these motherfuckers trying to drop a colony on Earth. This is some bullshit. I didn't sign up for this.
I think everybody that when it comes, you can see the people that was like, wait, what? You see that all the time with on both sides. People were just caught off guard by the bullfuckery that both sides does, yeah.
Meanwhile, Anaheim just collecting money.
Meanwhile, you got the thing that really got me was who was it? My boy, 2 days to retirement. God,
Bernie.
Fuck, it was like Bernie.
Lieutenant. Excuse me,
South
you mean Tecumseh? Look, okay. I said this before. This is Tecumseh Sherman's. This is a family name, mind you. This is passed down in honor of our great grandpappy Tecumseh Sherman. I'm not the first. I'm South Burning the third. Meet my child, Atlanta on fire.
Yo, South Burning.
So here's the question.
Burning. Yeah.
Who had larger death flags? Lieutenant Burning or Wolf from Gundam Age?
South Burning had those flags out from the beginning of the series because I thought Mans was down
South
when that
Burning,
that wall.
I gotta be honest with you. I look at the character design of South Burning. It's like the creators was like, what if we made Clint Eastwood and put him in a fucking Gundam?
You saw that? I saw that. I saw. What if Guile stayed in the Air Force an extra 15 years and stopped like lifting weights? Like, he do push-ups, but he ain't fighting no more. You know,
wasn't a family man.
Wasn't a family man.
I fought Bison for 20 years and it netted me nothing.
Here's the effed up part. I'm saying all this mean shit about South, right?
Yeah, I love that
South.
nigga. I love that nigga for real.
That's my nigga South. Not S-O-U South with an F. I love my nigga South, but I'm saying all this mean shit. Chris, much like Trixie off of Players Club, this nigga only 38. What the fuck, man?
Right. My man has seen some shit.
Look, the 1 year war will run you through that shit.
Yeah, it would. I like I said again, I had like it's so for anybody who's looking at it like, wait a minute. So how many people died in the 1 year war? 5 billion.
It's a lot.
Woo!
5 billion.
Half
of the human race.
Thanos would be proud.
Think about it, yo. Think about it. Think about if Goku stood on the Empire State Building and said Kamehameha directly in England.
I'm just saying
it wouldn't do half of what that war did.
Your Prop said it earlier. He's like, Midwest got hit, no wheat, no corn.
If it happened today, there'd only be 2 billion people left on the earth. Like, that's more than, well, it's 5/7 of the current Earth's population. So
but let that sink in. Let that sink in, man. That's empty cities.
That's the Midwest.
That's empty
no crops.
cities.
Well, it's cities that are craters.
Let's get that right. Let's get that.
They're giant empty. They're giant. They're like, I think like the most haunting thing to think about, there are just entire depopulated colonies at this point. They're just giant empty floating cylinders that have preserved bodies in them flying around the earth at this point.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, East Coast will be fine. Haunted. West Coast might be fine. It's just that crater in the middle of the United States and Canada.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I think the West Coast is fucked. I think it's fucked.
From the 1 year war,
unlivable.
Yeah, from the 1 year war. Well, California is just a base now. It is California.
That's not shocking. It's not shocking.
California.
Hold on.
Anaheim's Earth Branch is in California, so it is California base. The whole state's now a military installation.
In these weird headcanon of what the world will be in 3,000 years, that's on brand for me, actually. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how California going to do it, but it's
technically, you go to Southern California.
Honestly,
there's a bunch of bases in Southern California, including one of them where they test out all the stuff that they do. I think our plane actually, I forgot the name of the base in California.
What is it? San Diego, isn't it?
No, it's in.
Are you talking about White Sands Missile Range?
No, it's in LA County. I forgot where. What the fuck is the name of that base? But it's in LA County. And that's where we take our base to get its engine serviced and all that stuff at. So it's not shocking that Anaheim has the whole California is a base now and shit. Because it's like, yeah, of course it is. Of course.
But like, if you think about it, like 0079 is about 100 years from right now. Like it's 2124. Like it's not even that far. Look, mobile suits come out in like 100 years. Let's go.
Shit. I guarantee you, and this is just D being faithful, we're going to see a good working one when we all hit 80 years old, and we're going to say, "Whoo, I'm getting out right when it gets."
Right when it's getting good.
We finna check out. Not right when it gets good. What do you mean, Granddad? There's what? Nah, I don't. I nigga, say that I'm sarcastically.
I said I want to see them built. I don't want to see them used.
Here's the sick part.
Cool. It's cool to see them bitches flying. I got a question. I got a real good question. What if Iraq stop fucking around?
Here's the sick part. It's like I have great grandkids and shit, and I gotta show them my Gunpla collection. Like, hey, it's a reality, kids. Look at this shit.
Look, but like, if it happens like that, if it happens before we have one world unification, you have Gundam 00.
Ooh,
so
yeah, I mean, but that's up to
that's its own brand of fuckery.
That's its own brand of fuckery. Where all of a sudden aliens. That's all this shit was for fucking aliens.
All right, but before we get to the aliens part, like let's just do the world coalitions have mobile suits and space elevators, and we're just now starting to build colonies.
That's more believable though with the space elevators. I do believe that. That's probably the one thing out of 00 I do believe. It's like everybody came together for the solar project, but Iraq because they're like, "Fuck you, we got oil, bitch." That's, I mean.
Came together in part because
that's like the most realistic shit Gundam has ever done. That's like the most realistic shit.
The Middle East was like, we got oil. What do we need solar for, dog?
Like, they still got the oil.
Because as well as I do, if that happens, it's going to be China to do it first, and a whole lot of white countries like, no, we come. That's how it's going to be a straight up race for that shit.
Actually, in 00, China and Russia merged together into the Human Reform League.
Of course they did.
They're actually the last ones to finish their elevator, but there's some shady shit going on because of slavery.
Slavery still happens, dude. It's not shocking here.
Who's enslaved?
It's basically like they took like the minority populations out of their territories and enslaved them to do that.
So you mean what
they're doing right now?
Yeah. So you just got like a whole bunch of Uyghurs building that space elevator for you. Yeah,
I was going to say,
and then like the European Union merges and becomes the Advanced European Union, which is dumb. America basically merges all the somehow we get over racism. Actually, I don't remember if we get over racism or we hold South America at gunpoint and force them into the Union to create
a little from A, a little from B.
I was going to say a little bit. I was going to say the same thing.
Then we got guys like
Double O's worth watching. Double O is Gundam Wing done better. That's at least how I look at it.
And then we got guys like Ali Sanchez. It's like child soldiers. How many?
I have a 2-for-1 special.
I got 2-for-1.
Let me tell you something.
There are very few
brother.
like
there's a whole lot of kids
assholes.
being born, a whole lot of kids being born without no parents. But these kids over here, they'd be perfect. They'd be perfect to go up in space. Look at them.
There are a lot of assholes in the Gundam universe that like I can't like I find unredeemable. Ali Al-Sajis is like at the top of that list.
That dude rebels and they're like, I'm evil. What do you want me to say?
I know, right? Like, yeah.
Hey man, look, man, I'm selling.
I have an erection while I'm doing this. Are you mad?
Hey man, I'm selling children. I got like 6. I got 6 in my camp that I think might be motherfucking new types. You might want to holler at that, man. I appreciate
him looking at us.
I got that innovators for the love, nigga. Come on. This one even said he done sing the wings of light off that other unit that dropped down the other time. Come on.
And look, and I know this one kid, he ain't that good of a pilot. Hey, Marty, do it for him. Take these broken wings. You hear that voice, my nigga? You gotta take him too, man. He cute, man. Look. He be like that little white bitch that was on White Base that was jumping around. He be just like that. You can have that. I hate man.
You so much.
I put him in.
That's why I appreciate it. Yo, he sold a young kid on God and made that kid. He sold the kid on God, and that kid was like, "Yo, fuck God." I'm an atheist now.
There are no gods. I am Gundam.
Speaking of which, I gotta say the whole Torrington, the whole thing with Torrington, I think the destruction there rivals what happened in War in the Pocket when they were fucking ditching that base and shit, because it was just like, yo, explosions and random people getting killed ahoy all over the base.
Look. Torrington can't catch a break. It
really can't.
Shouting all the way back to Blade 3. Like Torrington gets fucked up during the 1 year war. It's like the last base that they have in Australia.
They rebuilt it and then they come back and destroy
it again. And then we make it all the way to 96, and that bitch gets destroyed again.
Can you imagine
during the goddamn unicorn incident?
You're the contractor.
And there's a city around at that time, so
you're the contractor to check clearly, like, all right, boys, we're getting paid, and turn around the next day and look on TV. These sons of bitches, I just built that building just the other day. We broke ground on it.
Look, like
cutting it Torrington, what the fuck?
Torrington is that place that's like in the middle of nowhere enough where like you can go and like test stuff out there, and it's like unlikely people will see it or notice it, but they're gonna know to look there because it's like, I'm gonna hide in the last place they think I would. All right, where's the person that wants to find something gonna look? I'm gonna look for in the last place that they think you would, because that's the first place they would try to hide that shit. Where are we gonna put our nuclear weapons? In the middle of a goddamn desert in the south of the world, next to the biggest fucking crater. Oh, where are we gonna go to look for them? All right, where would they store their nukes? Okay, they got them there.
I don't understand how any of that, like, nobody vetted none of this.
Just no betting, just vibes.
That's the thing. That's the much like in real life that happens, man. Somebody gets lazy. Well, I mean, man.
If you have a peace treaty, you're bound to have a lot of laziness going around. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
like it's been 3 years since the war, so everyone's like, yeah, we're fucking going, life's good. They're like some Xeon like remnants every once in a while, but it's like it's not organized, and this is the first time like something organized for real has come up. Like we had to deal with some weird cult in Southeast Asia, but that's like 2 years ago.
If the Federation at any point in time, did they get an account of any Xeon people, like the Delaz fleet, for as big as they were? How did the Federation not notice that group? I know they were
incompetent.
Yeah,
it's a little bit as big as the Laz fleet is. Like before he linked up with Axis Xeon, the Laz fleet was 3 ships. And then only added a 4th one when Chima showed up with her Zanzibar. Actually, like a Zanzibar. Yeah, it was just her in a Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if she had another one, but no.
I mean, I know after the 1 year war they kind of fucked off on the outer reaches, but I'm like, so nobody just sent at least one people to kind of investigate that just to be sure.
I'm pretty sure they did, but I'm pretty sure they do what everybody does. They get lax with it.
Like the peace treaty with Xeon allowed Axis Xeon to exist. They could still have mobile suits. They could still have weapons. That's why, like, when Axis shows up, like the Federation first on Earth, like we're agreeing for you to be here. Like the Federation, the Federation at this point is still much bigger than Axis Xeon could even imagine being the field of force. But like again, like what happened? Half of the Earth Federation fleet just got evaporated by a tactical nuke. So we're kind of like having some problems now. But before that, they were keeping tabs on the official Xeon. But like there are millions of wrecked ships just floating around Earth now. And now you just have to go out, and every once in a while, one of those ships might be reactivated by someone that's really, really trying. And like that's not even counting like when you see the attack on Torrington 13 years from now, all the Xeon remnants that were just hiding on Earth. Like, because you see that base in Africa, there's a base that's just loaded up with mobile suits because when Xeon hit Earth, they dug in. They're like, all right, we're gonna fight. When they saw that that first assault didn't break the back of the Federation, all right, we're gonna dig in here and we're gonna make this a long guerrilla fight. And there are just hundreds of hideouts of Xeon all over the entire world.
Insane. I mean, you know what? I actually thought for a second too. I mean, I know
making the Titans made some sense. That's like up to this point,
not all the way sense, but it made some sense.
Like the Federation up to this point has like disparate, and again, like it's kind of that whole thing where like the Department of Homeland Security makes some sense. Like you have all of these disparate organizations that are like, all right, you ran into Xeons, you go hunt Xeons now. You ran into Xeons, you go hunt Xeons now. We might need to get some people to hunt Xeons. So you have like 10 or 13 different teams going out doing the same thing that aren't talking to each other. You know what makes sense? Put them under a single organization. Thus you get the Titans elites.
Meanwhile, I have to imagine. I know Bright at this point during this he's raising his family, but I have to imagine you're Bright Noah. You're already pissed off at the Federation. You turn the TV on like these motherfuckers let a damn colony drop on Earth. The fuck? The fuck is this? I still to this day never understood how Bright Noah is still working for the Federation and is not pissed off at just the incompetency of like just everything being ran. That's some John Cena level. Like you're with the company ride or die.
He did dip for a minute.
Yeah, it was like up to.
I know he did, but still, like even afterwards,
that's why because he dipped and fought with AU is why he's back with the Federation, because that's treason.
True.
Like, oh, so like, yeah, we're gonna fight against the Titans. All right, so you realize the Titans are the Federation? Yeah, but y'all know some bullshit. Yeah, we're on bullshit. That's treason, though. Like, so you're one of the most decorated pilots from the captains from the 1 year war. Yep. You retired for a while. Yeah. And then you joined a terrorist organization to fight against the government.
Shit, they're not terrorists.
But the government was on bullshit, though. Yeah, it was, but you still did it. But you know what that means? We have leverage. So guess what you're doing till you die now?
Company man, right? Company man. Here's Mondo Bell.
Company man.
Come on, man.
Company man. Hey, let's ask about your child. What's your kid gonna do? Oh, let's not talk about him yet.
Hathaway?
Oh, we're talking about Hathaway.
He was just right. We were right. Oh, well, things happen.
He was just right here. Like, who's this? God, what's his fucking name?
Mafty
terrorist. Mafty. Yeah. So who's Mafty? Mafty who?
Who the fuck is this?
Bright just shows up, looks into Hathaway's room, just sees like the symbol drawn on all these other shits around the room.
Speaking of Hathaway, so let me get this straight. During that whole time, Anaheim was like, yeah, I don't know where they got that shit from. Like, was they doing that or what?
I swear, you know that fucking meme that goes around with those two chicks fighting is like one's labeled Federation, one's labeled Xeon, and the dude's in the back smoking a pipe, and it's like that's Anaheim. That is literally the Gundam timeline.
Like for
that's the Gundam timeline for at least another 20 years.
Dude,
Anaheim.
Anaheim getting them chicks, bro.
The second Hathaway unleashed that whole Gundam, and you see it all is. I'm like, that is awesome. It hits me. So Anaheim, like, man, we don't even know where it came from, man.
Bro, look,
I don't even know.
So you see the difference.
Hey, look, parallel building. It happens.
Look, you see the difference that like almost 20 years makes at this point, because at least in 83 when they sold the other side the same goddamn mobile suit, they at least put like different looking armor on it, and like when they just gave it's like, all right, so they're like, okay, so we got Unit 4, but like the Federation doesn't want it, they're canceling it at Unit 3, so but we got this frame though. She'd be like, all right, what can you do for me? Okay, so we got all this extra armor here from like Crash Leon suits. We're gonna like bolt that on. All right, paint it pink and we're good to go.
Jared, this is you know what? Bandai has done this bullshit with fucking Gunpla. Hey, you want this new GM sniper? What's the difference between the other one? Well, it has this bitch in silver and black color scheme, but does it come with anything else? No, same weapons.
Man,
wait. Anaheim, it's sort of like how you see like the grill of a Lexus now, where all the grills of the Lexus look exactly the same, and it's like Anaheim does that, and they're like, yeah, that ain't our work. I don't know who that is. I
know nothing about that.
I don't know nothing. We on the moon chilling. Matter of fact, we doing furniture now. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, man.
So in their defense, in this case, like they say that for the Penelope and the she, they say that Hathaway stole, or Mafty stole the she. So it's not like they gave it to him, but that's that big old air quotes for stole.
They didn't lock the doors, and they told him what desk it was in, and they collected that bag he left by the floor when he came to pick it up.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
it was
they paid for the information,
and it was a push to start that only recognized his fingerprint. But that's beside the point.
He stole it.
He stole that shit.
Technically, the list of the law. He came and he retrieved it. So they can't count.
I swear to God. I was gonna ask this. Hey, Chris, are there keys to a fighter jet?
No, it's not.
See, if a nigga know what he doing, it's that barrier to entry is the problem.
Hey, did y'all?
I swear to God, the second I saw the Penelope in the, I wouldn't joke when I put them memes up. The second I saw that Gundam slaps Gundam, let me tell you something about this bitch.
Hey,
I saw both of them. I was like, the Gundam designs have got to have. They're still there. They look good. I loved it.
Y'all talking about
you might be rare. Sorry to like drag us down to Hathaway, but yeah, like you might be the one, because like I know a bunch of you like those are so fucking busy. I hate them.
Oh, they're busy.
I think they're cool. I think they're cool looking. Let me be really honest with you. There is a lot going on with the Penelope. There's a lot going on with it. Like, there's at least two parts of that whole thing where it's like, that looks imbalanced as shit. You can't tell me. Like, that thing is leaning over constantly the whole time, man.
I'm gonna say leave this, because like the whole point of the Penelope and the She, those are the first suits that get what's called the Minosky flight systems. Yep. So if you ever wonder how battleships fly in the Earth's atmosphere, they use basically their Minosky generators to keep them, create like a gravity field to keep them in the air. Yep. So basically it's creating anti-gravity around itself to make it fly. They hadn't miniaturized it yet. So the She is the first one where they were able to put it all in the frame, because the Penelope is the 104 FF, which is the flight system bolted onto the Odysseus Gundam 104.
All I'm saying is this: y'all talk about South dying. I thought Synapse was gonna fucking die too. I ain't gonna lie.
Captain Synapse.
Synapse, I swear to God, I was like,
they gonna get that bridge shot.
Move a little bit too much for you, where he kept on diving his head down.
I thought for sure he was gonna catch it. He was gonna catch either a bullet to the head or the ship was gonna get blown up. I was like, he still survived. Shocking.
What made Burden's death so great though was
he sold the plans.
They sold it. Wait a minute. That's pow. Wait a minute. Oh.
Yeah, and you just kept seeing that one regulating valve, like click, 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 click. I was like, oh, I forgot that. Like, I've seen this before. I forgot this shit.
He held his own against Seema, and I was like, oh shit, all right, cool, that's what's up. And I was like, like you said, you heard the click, click. I was like, oh fuck, damn. It's like, oh shit, Stardust memory.
Just I forgot Colonel COVID Goffey was out here. So. I just clicked over and looked at the comments like, oh, hello, sir.
Yeah, I know. There's like, I forgot Gaddafi stays on this motherfucker all day just saying shit. They're corrupt pieces of shit. That's like,
not wrong. I'm not. I ain't gonna say they right.
That's everything. Deny that. I mean, this is just be real.
Gundam, sir. Like everybody in this junk is But anyway, everybody in Gundam is like, they it's like they all are a level of corrupt anyway in the first place, huh?
Just like, I mean, let's be real. Even Gene Colony, that nigga look like he fucking corrupt, just sitting in this chair.
I'm mad that I called this though. I was like, when the second you saw the colony moving after he got shot by the Earth, shot by the moon. Here's me. I bet that nigga gonna kill himself.
That man was sitting there laughing, like, "Oh, they gonna drop it on us." Okay, drop.
It's like we drop colonies. I mean, just, we as humans in real life, man, we had a colony drop. I don't know how we would react. It's already enough as is. Dude, it'll be like 9/11 times a million if the fucking colony dropped on Earth. Like, oh my god!
Like, so you're saying the Titans are a proportional response?
No, they're not. They're not.
No, that is what he said. That's what he said. 9/11 times a million. So the Titans are DOH times a million.
They really are.
I will say this.
We solved it, guys.
I will say this though.
Mission accomplished.
I will say this though. The Earth looks in perfect shape for a fucking half a fucking brick to fall on motherfucking fucking Sydney. It looks really good. And I was thinking to myself, wouldn't that just trigger a nuclear winter? I was thinking
not quite. It's big. It's still not quite big enough for it.
But still, that being all said, still, even the one that dropped, even when the colony dropped into the middle of the United States, I'm like, that was Yellowstone. That's the Earth. You mean to tell me
the deep, sir? Meanwhile, Ireland
dropped on Yellowstone.
Hey. Meanwhile,
everything was fine.
Sir. Meanwhile, Ireland is looking at the U.S. like pussies. We had a colony drop and didn't explode. What you got?
Yo, I know the niggas that live on the edge of Chicago. They can see a big ass crater. That almost got us, bro.
Damn,
nigga.
But because you see the outcome of it, because like as Ko's going through, you see him like look at the grain in the middle and like everything's just dying.
Everything's dead.
Like this launches us into another great famine across the world.
I mean,
I'm sorry. You telling me that a war strikes a famine? When did that ever happen?
Who would have ever known?
That don't happen.
Farmer Joe just like, I can't even grow crops here anymore. That's some bullshit.
Last I checked, the fields of France were full of vegetables and lush greenery all through World War II. I don't know what anybody's talking about. Yeah, like there's a famine. Like you mean to tell me that the whole Slavic state didn't go through? Like, come on, nigga, come on, man, don't start that shit.
And Verdun was a wonderful place to summer in 1946.
Oh my god, man.
Jesus Christ.
Like, yo, man, Warsaw was a shit, man.
I really would like to know, like, Nina didn't catch any strays from the aftermath of this shit.
That's what I'm saying. So,
did she get diplomatic immunity because of Anaheim?
No, Anaheim. I think so, yeah, because of Anaheim.
Like, it's like that, and she's a civilian. Like, one, she's
Anaheim, she's a civilian. Yeah, civilians do get kind of diplomatic immunity. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Also, I think if you're anywhere close to any type of battlefield and you're a civilian, they kind of just let you go. Like, all right.
Look, the only one that's like witness to anything that Nina may have done
is Ko
with any sort of impropriety is Ko, and Ko didn't say anything at his trial.
He didn't snitch. I would have
because he a G.
It's like instant Iraqi. Do you have any? I didn't see nothing.
Tell him
to suck a lemon.
I stand up for women I ain't fucked yet. So that's why okay.
Cole got that
level of a simp.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it the best way. I'm going to say it the best way for you guys. It's Anaheim Electronics. They only make the tools. What happens on either side of the war has nothing to do with them.
That's between them and God.
Exactly.
Look, we only make the best.
That is my super late introduction. I will always defend Anaheim Electronics.
I mean, we ain't denying that, because sir, I'd be like Anaheim, like, hey, how much money you offering for that? All right, bring it in.
Hey man, that's a nice mobile suit. You want a gun with that shit?
Look, like I said, like this is our first one where Anaheim really did sell like play both sides against each other for real.
They really did.
Like,
but Anaheim has always been like that.
Anaheim's always been willing to, but Anaheim's like this is the first time like they had the ability to, because like at least up to that point in the 1 year war, you still had Zamad and Zionic doing most of the mobile suit design for Zeon.
You mean the rallies and checkers to Anaheim?
Yes, 100%.
The rallies and checkers, yeah, you're right. Also, I just got a question. I have a serious question I'm going to ask you guys. I know I'm super late on this. Sorry about that, but okay, this is technically Anaheim Electronics' story in a way, and I just wanted to know, even though they the Federation totally violated the treaty, the Antarctica Treaty, and all that mess.
Nah, son. We already done crossed that. They ain't do shit wrong. Federation ain't do shit.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. But we're moving on.
Never mind that. I'm just saying. I'm just layering right now.
Mm-hmm.
What was Anaheim Electronics supposed to do after the 1 year war was over? Make service machines out of the Gundams?
Of course they weren't. They weren't going to make service.
Hey, come on, man! Y'all could y'all could have made like boat engines.
Come on, dog. You really think they'd be satisfied with boat engines? Like, nah, man. Gundams? We can make some more Gundams.
The Federation for real came out of the 1 year war. I'm gonna say this in DC language first. The Federation came out with those RFPs quick after the 1 year war. They're like, all right, y'all gonna show us what you can do, because we ain't about to be left in the dust. We need to at least be able to beat what Zeon had at the end. Those mobile armors were a problem. We ain't letting that be a thing again. And if they try to drop colonies on us, what are we gonna do? Like, if you're looking at why GPO2 was built, GPO2 was built with two missions in mind. If a colony is being fired at us, we can nuke the colony. Yep. If we need to crack into a base and wipe out a large formation, we can stop them from amassing force. Like, I'm just gonna say.
So what you're telling me is,
I'm just gonna say 2 points. I'm just gonna say 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Development of nuclear weapons was not banned under the treaty, because
kiss my ass on that. But okay,
look, look.
That's loophole number one right there.
In international law, an arms reduction treaty and a disallowment and a development treaty are all different things.
Look, see, this is why.
All right, wait. And here's point two. Here's point two. Here's point two. There's a peace treaty signed that dissolved the Zabi family stake in Zeon. And the treaty was between forces that don't exist anymore. That treaty is good as toilet paper to wipe my ass.
I mean,
wow, that's fuck y'all. Now you see,
look, the Antarctica Treaty has been superseded by the peace treaty.
I hate you for that now, yeah. That now I really hate y'all. Like at first it was just now I hate you.
And like, but it makes sense. But it does make sense, because Delaz's whole thing said, hey, I don't recognize the peace treaty you signed. So the last treaty I recognized that was signed was the Antarctica Treaty. Yeah. And based on that, I say that this is a violation of that treaty. Well, it's not really a violation of that treaty, but guess what I'm about to do to show you what it does do? It's about to be I'm about to violate the fuck out of the treaty.
I mean, if not, you know what it would, you know what that.
Yo, I know this nigga Gaddafi is trolling his shit. The Zombies, the true heroes of the Gundam universe.
No,
I mean,
all right. I do have a hot take that the Zombies are the only reason Zeon was as successful as it was.
Yes, it was.
No, that's not a hot take. That's the truth.
That's
Because if Zeon Zun,
yes, of course.
If Zeon Zun Daikun would have had his way and launched that war right away, Zeon would have just got grounded to the dust. They didn't have a 1 year build up. No, they didn't have the Zaku's at that point.
My bad.
Zeon Zun Daikun wanted, like, right before he's assassinated, he's like, we are doing this shit tonight. And the Federation was like, you know what this is about to be? Police action, nigga. Good night.
What you're telling me is that the zombie family assassinating him was probably the smartest idea in the.
Oh, absolutely.
It remind me.
Absolutely. I hate it, but like
I hate it too.
The zombies do save Zeon. Zombies save the ideals of Zeon.
Yeah.
You're like, you need to chill. I cannot chill. I have ideals.
The problem was it wasn't about the ideals for them. It was about that money and that aristocracy.
Exactly. Oh, fuck no. Nah, this power. Power play, baby.
Like, what the fuck? Your freedom. Nah, nigga, give us money. We're trying to live this royal life. This is dope.
I'm about to say, didn't when the granddaddy died of this family, didn't all of us instantly take out knives and started stabbing each other in the back? I mean, the second these things. No, actually, like, yo, but yeah.
That's a fact. Think about it.
Like, there's a whole what if you can think about, and like the TLDR on it. If you what if it and say what if Zeon Zun Daikun starts the 1 year war a year early, you basically end up with the colonies getting ground into a dust, everyone being held under a police state, and then the Space Noid effort becomes a terrorist operation, and you get Gundam Wing.
I mean, I'm just laughing that Delaz after the 1 year war was like,
come to me for my TED talk later. I got you.
I'm just laughing at Delaz was just like, you know what? I'm gonna promote myself to lieutenant. Y'all gonna like that? All right, cool, bet. I'm like, damn, you just promote yourself. All right.
Well, Delaz was still a commander. Delaz was a commander. He did.
I mean, but the thing of it is, it's the fact that he just promoted himself. Like, fuck it, I promote myself. We're doing this.
I gotta tell you something, Self. You gotta go home to your wife. Yeah, I can't go back home to my wife, man. Yeah.
We got split up. We separate. You know what? I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna make this shit work.
Nah, man. I'm here to teach, man. I need to be here with the youth. You need to be at home with your wife. Nah, you need to be at home with her.
Your wife.
And like, I'm mad. Like, he got South Burning really got his whole speech out. You men have done good. You made me proud. You are now official soldiers of the Federation, and I know I can trust you with these operations going forward. And you know what? I think I will go home and I will make things up for my wife. But first, I need to read these plans. My word.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad.
That's what he hit the by God. the Dave Chappelle by God.
I'm mad that South.
Yo, the Grim Reaper broke through his fucking plot armor like an Eva through an AT field.
Hey, I'm just mad that South killed a guy named Bob. That's all I'm saying.
Imagine your oxygen sensor turns off in your car and explodes the hell.
You driving down 95, like it's like me driving the fucking blur con and all of a sudden. Oh, shit.
Imagine your knock sensor go out and your whole engine just
one screw pops free from the shit and your shit just explodes.
Like
whatever.
Chris died on the way to blur con. I don't know what the fuck happened.
This nigga ran over a really aggressive bumpy rock and blew up. Like I don't understand.
I'm so sad of that.
The second you just saw the little hook 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 hook, I'm like, oh. Y'all just gonna telegraph this one, are you?
He said, I took a shot. I'm all right. I'll make it back. Like, the ship's close by. We'll be able to get there.
A nigga named Bob got killed by South. I'm sorry. That shit will still get to me. I'm like, wow, Bob.
You know, it always kills me with this show with everybody's names. Like, you get these weird, strange names like
Otto, like Nabil Gatto,
South Burning, Richard Johnson.
Dick Allen.
I'm sorry, you made that death 1 billion times ago.
Wolfgang Wall. I'm just saying.
Chuck Keith. Oh, excuse me. This is the 9 from St. Humor. Daryl Dodge.
like, who is spitballing these names in the fucking Sunrise studio? Like, hey, here's some names.
You know what? With all this, I stand by what I say, and I told it to Prime when we did F91. I still don't know how all of this melts down to the Crossbone Vanguard. I still have no idea how any of this melted into that.
Look,
because pirate suits are cool. That's how it gets down there.
Look, watching F91 is not going to get you the whole story. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to go read because F91 got screwed over in production.
Yes.
We talked about that. We talked about how you can tell that they condensed everything into a movie.
I like F91 so much, and it hurts me so bad.
You just like somebody took a big.
You know what? Look, you stole my joke before I made it because I was about to say it hurts me as much as the shell casing to the head.
Yeah, that shell casing is the best thing in the world, man. It's almost as good as homegirl and this trying to protect Cole for getting shot. Oh, pow!
God damn.
Ooh, she hit that motherfucking Gundam.
She hit that shit head on.
You heard a doom like yo.
Like, oh, she hit that cockpit armor hard.
That was Stone Cold hitting Vince McMahon with that fucking bedpan. Just a perfect ping, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Man.
Yeah. I guess like since we're at that part, like right before South's death, I think like right after South's death is when you get like the first music change of the series. I guess gotta say I really appreciate Danger Zone Gundam version. Like, look, you couldn't tell me that it's not Paradise. What is it? Oh my god. I almost said Stand Up to the Victory. Oh my god, winning, the winner is the first song. The winner wasn't just someone like I like Highway to the Danger Zone, so I'm gonna make the version of it for this one because that's why like I for the longest time would call 0083 Mobile Suit Gundam Top Gun Gundam. Because like you are basically at the Top Gun training center down there in Australia at the start of this.
I mean, the one thing that do gets me is that when I heard that saxophone, I was like, good old Japanese.
That intro song is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Then no, the ending theme, Magic. I died laughing.
Don't come to me.
That may or may not have played at my wedding.
No confirmation on that, bro.
No confirmation on that.
I was listening to the lyrics. I'm sorry. More than a one night stand, yo.
Than a one night stand. Do you know the story about how this song was made? Because it's like honestly pretty fantastic. Look, I'm gonna say with all my heart, the nigga that wrote this song, and I mean it in every sense of the word, is just it's wonderful. The man's name is Jacob Wheeler. It is a German black man that somehow is in Japan. Magic is your one. Is your token one black person singing for a Gundam ending song. You can look this man up. He still has a website up. He does photography now. Good for him. And on his website he has a section, the song Magic. Oh my god.
Hold up. I got a picture. Hold on.
I bet it's a bald German man. No, he's probably bald.
D, you're close. You're actually 100% spot on. Actually, hold up. Let me see.
Bring up our man.
I swear to God, if he looks like Kim, I'm gonna die. If he looks like him, I'm gonna die. Come on, man.
Kenny Loggins needs to sue them so hard.
Bam.
Yeah, that looks like a nigga that just sung that song.
Look.
Couldn't talk, my nigga. Couldn't talk, dog.
I mean, look, the song looked like when I saw D do the whole Magic 102.3 shit, I was like, that's pretty spot on for it.
Like, for me, I was really thinking.
Here, Chris, I sent you another link.
No bull crap. I truly thought it was going to be, I'll be sure, Love After Dark.
Or Magic 102.3. It's like I don't know whether the assignment was to get. I don't know whether the assignment was to get something close to that, but he nailed the theme of what this show was and stuff. I was like, oh,
look, can I just say, like, so,
I'm sorry,
wait.
what? He was talking about fucking. Code did none of that. What are you talking about?
Code did none of it, but like it had that vibe the whole time. He was like trying to get up to Nina, because like, you know, Code doesn't want a one night stand. Code is a man that's there for the relationship. It's like, don't come to me if you're lonely. Goddamn it, lonely is only part of your goddamn game. Like, I need to be magical when I hold your hand.
I'm just saying, how is this guy not? How's this guy never been? How has this guy never been to Otakon or any anime conventions? I would love to talk to this man.
Because that's a nigga. Because that's a nigga that clearly works at Sherman Williams and can't afford to get out of Germany.
No, he's photography. You know, he actually has legit photography. Like, he's actually photography business and everything. So he in Las Vegas.
Man, that look like
he's not doing My Hero Academia. They do not give a fuck. Like, what don't you do for My Hero? No, fuck you.
But it's Gundam, guys.
Goddamn move. What the fuck is that?
Yo,
our other opening, because it's
Men of Destiny.
The winner, Men of Destiny. All right, I was explaining this to someone before. Like, I feel like the winner slaps instantly. The winner goes harder. Like, the hook in the winner cannot be beat. And like, the second version of it, both of the songs have two versions. There's the winner and Back to Paradise, and Back to Paradise plays while they're on Luna. But I think, like, I don't know how many of y'all have seen Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yeah.
All right, so the discourse about Iron-Blooded Orphans in the community is vicious, because they you've seen the memes about it, because I know you're in the group.
Boys and plums. It's like shirtless boys and plums.
Yep,
shirtless boys, plums, and IBO is gay. Those are the things you would take away from it. There is nothing gayer in the Gundam universe than Ko repairing that mobile armor with Kelly Lasner as magic.
Man.
You want to talk about some sexual tension? I say, "Oh, did you bang to be joking?" Now it's time for you to be saying, "Oh yeah, I think Look, man. Especially when they were all laughing and that song was playing. I'm like, they fucked. They had to. They had
that one sweaty night in the cockpit. Kelly dropped something and couldn't reach it because it was on his bad side. So Ko reached down over him and grabbed it, and then Kelly just looked him in his eye.
See, now you're gonna have me talking like David Aaron Greer. When you done, see, there's two men's working inside of the cockpit, and they all sweaty, putting their hands on different tools, turning. Child, it is too much for me.
Go on. Continue.
Look, I know you said Chuck and Mora. Look, Chuck and Mora may be your OTP for this series. Kelly and Ko.
I mean, yo. I look. I don't look as a straight male who worships vagina. I want to see those two bang. I want to see those two go at it. Like, just think about it.
Watch with Ko Big Spoon.
Ko is Big Spoon. Look, out of nowhere, Kelly's like, I've been strong for so long in my life. I fought for all these ideals. Ko, come on, just let it down. Look, all right. Wait. I have to ask because I need to know if I need to be able to bring this up to you. Y'all, because y'all have already done a review of Char's counterattack, right?
Nah.
No. Okay.
I will see where we at in the timeline at this point. Yeah.
All right. I'm just making sure, because I have a almighty roast of Char Aznavour and Amuro Ray, because both of them deserve this work.
Me and Prime have joked admittedly about Char's counterattack and them rolling around that grass in that fight.
Look.
So I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. If you've seen Unicorn at this point, if you've seen Unicorn, you know that there is some weird new type orgy going on in the other plane, and Lala is the one that's in control of that relationship. And I'm just saying, Char is not the top.
He is not. He is not. He's Lala in the corner with the oil, just squirt.
All right. Do you remember the relationship they tried to give Slocovich and what's the face of Metal Gear 3, where it was like, oh, did you? It's like, you're the one bending over, ain't you? You're the bottom, aren't you?
Yeah, fucking vamping. What was it? Wasn't it vamping the other dude?
No, Vulcan and the dude that looked like Rodden.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's like, I'm sorry, Vulcan. Are you the bottom?
I hate to
Power bottom.
I hate to be relevant news. I felt Vulcan was kind of like Chris Canyon, where he just wanted to deny him being gay.
Yeah, yeah.
I love. Hey, look, unfortunately, if you watch Dark Side of the Ring with Chris Canyon, very good episode. Very unfortunate what happened to him. But like Vulcan has some Chris Canyon. He's like, no, I'm not gay. What are you talking about?
I ain't never do no gay shit. I ain't gonna
look. To bring us back to the show, like my note on this,
bro, listen, it's only gay if you cuddle afterwards. It's okay.
Oh my god, I hate you. To bring this back to Dolo 83, like the note I took on this, the repair scene is interesting. The repair scene of the mobile armor is very interesting. It's a good discussion about loneliness and the magic of how men can come together for a singular purpose. It is also really, really gay.
When he was on his shoulders, I was like, okay, now we've reached another level of like, who does this?
I was like,
you hey, Twitch, didn't you?
And a part of me was like, well, y'all need to chill, man. Cody ain't had no dad, so you say some shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Black don't play, sir. Black don't play on that one, sir. I gotta stop right there. Hold on, sir. Are you trying to insinuate, sir? Sir.
I mean, I think it's
just like I hate how, despite how freaking progressive I get, I have been around so many toxic people in my life that just repeating any of their thoughts.
I think we've reached this point. I think we've reached this point in society where it's like all the stuff that we just like. You just look back at everybody fearing gay people and like, man, what were we really afraid of? This is weird.
Like I said, society is always like that. And like if in this case to me, it was just like, I'm standing this. Like I want this. This is a ship I want, because I don't like it. Because I don't like that in the anime where we see two guys together and they huddled up. Somebody's gonna make a picture of them, but they got blood. So you laugh at that crap. Even with Amuro and Char,
the volleyball scene.
At that.
The volleyball scene, Sean, that's just pretty fucking gay. That's on like
another
level.
The volleyball scene, yeah.
That is like.
I mean, Val Kilmer and his 8-packs all oiled up and shit. Come on,
hold on. Let me get some visual aid real quick. Hold on. Let me.
Do we get another volleyball scene in the new Top Gun movie? I'm just curious.
Tom Cruise by
Tom
Cruise is gonna be too. It's gonna be too. Like you said, it's gonna be too overdone.
All like 5'2" of Tom Cruise's body gonna have them CG abs done.
Oh, they're gonna be CG.
Hey guys, I got a question. I got a question for everybody here. D, Chris, we had this conversation yesterday, but I would like to ask our two guests. This is involving Gundam. Which side would you go to, since if you cannot be with Anaheim Electronics, you have to be with the Federation or Xeon? Who would you be with?
Look,
this is specifically for Jarrett and Prime, and I'm gonna give my answer in a minute, but y'all two go ahead. Jarrett, you go first.
Look, I have I left it at BlurredCon in an embarrassing incident where I left all of my luggage at BlurredCon and I've never gotten it back. I'm out here just full on Fetty scum. It's in my introduction. I am the chief petty officer of Petty Scum. I'm the one and only real robot engineer. It is your Captain Veer Zaddy Dark Noah, nigga. I am here for the Federation.
Okay. All right. I respect that. Prime, go ahead.
Fuck, that's Sophie's goddamn choice.
I know, right?
Cool ass multitudes on Xeon.
Can I clarify something? Like, this is kind of like this, like in 0083 is about the end of like my unrestricted support of the Federation, because everything after this, the Federation on some bullshit.
So you turn to Bright Noah, is what you're saying.
Fuck.
I'm with Bright Noah. I'm with Noah. Where Noah is, that's where I go.
That's pretty much my stance. So can I say Londo Bell?
Like that's still technically Federation, so
I'm talking about as a whole, Federation as a whole or Xeon as a whole. Doesn't matter what faction.
Well,
that's like saying I support America unrestrictedly.
I know, right? That's like, come on, bro. Like, I don't. Come on, like.
I like it because I live here. God damn it.
Well, Xeon girls aren't frigid bitches. There's that.
Not all Earth girls are easy. God damn it. Come on now.
But come on, but hold on. But did you see the entourage of Nina's squad? I mean,
but that's Anaheim though.
That's Anaheim though.
That's true.
That is true. I can get that.
That is true. That is Anaheim.
Look, if I could just go chill on the moon.
Listen, I retract my previous statement. I'm sorry, Prime. Your answer.
I was gonna say, wherever Bright is, so that's where I'm at.
So Fetty.
So you Federation.
I didn't say that. I said wherever Bright is.
Come till I die, nigga. Let's go.
You say that. You did not say that.
All right. Since you can't go with it, you're just going where Bright Noah is. Fine.
Well, look, I'm technically saying the same thing, but I'm unabashedly saying I'm Fetty. I'm Fetty. Like we Fetty. Come on, Prime.
All right. Fetty's come stand up. Okay, let's go.
I would, but I'd be out of frame. But
all right, Chris.
I mean, I would have to go. I would literally have to be the Bright Noah of the Xeon. It's like, you know what, guys, y'all wilding, but I'm getting paid. I guess I'll stick around for a minute, just chill.
So you rolling with Xeon?
I'll stick with Xeon. I'm just not for all the radical stuff.
You're kind of
okay.
What's her name? Not oh my god, what's her name?
You better not say Quest.
No, hell no.
When was Quest ever a leader?
Hell no, he was never a leader. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, what's old girl's name that showed up in this one? We talked about her at the beginning. Haman, thank you. You're basically Haman.
Yeah, Haman. Yeah,
Haman.
Haman.
Okay, all right.
Haman is Xeon, but not for the bullshit because Haman didn't want to drop the colony.
Nah, I'm just
okay. All right, D.
More than likely, it is Xeon, but is Shard can tell me that my mom gave my dad AIDS, and I'll believe him. That is probably the best way I can describe what type of soldier I'd be for Xeon. Not because it has zero to do about it. Because come on, look what they did, bro. At that point, I'm with Neo. I'm Neo Xeon. None of that old shit. I'm with whatever Shard tells me because this nigga got the right idea. And I know it's unfair to say it does kind of sway it and it's a little bit future, but seeing what happened to Hathaway, oh yeah, he had the right idea. Let's drop it all. Let's drop it all on her. I'm one of those soldiers.
Okay, so by that answer, then you are with Quattro Char.
Yeah,
Quattro Char.
Yeah.
Like, that's before Char buys all in on. You know what? This shit is all like Char. I'm not gonna talk about it because that's part of the plot line of Zeta and his character development. So,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, we ain't gotta go deep into it. I just know which version of Char you're following. You're following Quattro Char.
I'm following.
Yeah, because to be fair, Char in the 1 year war is Xeon's on some bullshit, but I'm here for a reason.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's probably the main reason why I like Xeon in the first place. Outside the fact, and I hate doing this because I hate saying this, they had cooler generals. Yeah, all of them got washed. Yeah, but they were all cool. They just had cooler generals, man.
Xeon,
I ain't gonna fake it.
Look, to put us back to another comparison. Xeon is the Confederacy at the beginning of the Civil War.
They are.
They have everyone with the experience and everyone with the drive, but it just really took the Federation getting their shit together. Because General Rebel spent the major part of the 1 year war in Xeon prison, and then got out. It's like, I'm not going back, and I'm going to show you how to fucking beat them. There's a reason they named a battleship after that nigga.
Well, let me go ahead and let me give my answer. I gotta give my answer for which side I'm gonna be with. And listen, after putting in after going in and spending my time as an engineer for Anaheim Electronics, I decided to take early retirement, but I had to pick up a draft, and it was either go Xeon or Federation. I looked at the amount of betrayals and backstabbings that take place at Xeon, and I can't deal with that stress. I don't want that headache. I got no choice. By default, I'm going to the Federation.
All right, cool. We got the Penelope on our side, right?
Go Penelope.
Wait, what do you mean by you got Penelope on your side? Penelope on the Federation side.
Wait. Hold on. Let me get this. I got this. D. No. D. No, fuck that. See, first of all, you said you got the Penelope on your side, right? Okay. I'm gonna need you to say that to Rocky, who turned around and smashed old girl with the long dick of the law with that damn blaster of his. I got the most satisfying death ever.
Now here's the funny thing, and we all agree with it.
No,
I understood all her motives of all her backstabbing. Yeah. Fuck all of y'all.
Like to be fair, like Seema Garhau just continually gets fucked by Zeon. Like nothing ever goes right for her. Seema Garhau is just an example of like luck going the wrong way. Yeah. Like she's like an ace pilot. She's an amazing commander. And hey, thanks for doing all this hard work. We're gonna make you a war criminal. Oh, what?
Like what? Like hold on. What now?
And then like goes out and survives for 3 years on her own with her spaceship and her men that were loyal to her. And then just to get drawn into this final battle, and Ko in a fucking tantrum kills her. She's on his side at that point. And Ko's just like, I don't know who the fuck to shoot.
He whipped that shit around and just
excuse me. I'm gonna say like Colonel Gaddafi. No, it's not choosing the wrong side. Like Shima shows Zeon. Zeon fucked her badly.
But in the middle of the battlefield of confusion, because he's in a rage of just like fuck all this.
No, like Ko died. Like it didn't matter whose side Shima was on. Shima was in wrong place, wrong time in that case.
Yeah. That nigga planted that Lexington steel special in between her guts. Boom! I know. I'm sorry. Of all the people I've seen killed in Gundam, that's up there for me. Because all you saw was two sparks just like splat. Like
that right there is probably that by far that is number 2 of my favorite, most satisfying deaths. Number 1, with hands down, without a doubt, Quest.
All right. 1, Quest died too easily for me.
She did die too easily. No, okay.
2.
All right. You know,
I have to say, like, my most satisfying death.
No, Jared, you are absolutely right.
Wait, hold on. My most satisfying death is, no matter what anyone says, is still Cassilia. Mm-hmm. Like Cassilia is the one best headshot in history.
Oh, 100%. Well, you know, I'm sorry, I take that back. Yeah, number 1 is Shaw. I mean, number 1 is Cassilia. Hers is number 1. Number 2 is Quest. I agree. Yep. She did get off light. She definitely got off light. But damn it, I was satisfied because watching that movie and seeing that we are a whole over an hour in and she is still alive was pissing me off with every minute, with every passing minute. I'm like, yo, it has been an hour. Why is she still alive?
My nigga, I'm just gonna say I don't know how much you know about Hathaway, but I hope you get used to hearing Quest's voice. That's all I gotta say.
All I'm saying is like, dog, like Gato was like, yo, fuck you. I'm not going into Fetty jail. Kamikaze, bitch.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing.
But he went out making a way for his men. So like Gato lives his raps. Like at the very least of all the things. The people I respect the most. Like I may not like Gato because he has a stick up his ass the size of his ideals. But Gato and Dozel are like the real G's of the family. 1, Dozel was too angry to die when someone assassinated his brother next to him.
Yeah.
And then go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick, going back to my original answer of I would go with the Federation over Zeon. The only way I would go with Zeon, and y'all can hate me for this. I gotta follow my boy Garma.
Why
Garma?
Because if Garma,
Garma was the other innocent zombie. Like I feel like Garma's the only real innocent zombie because even despite like me respecting Dozel still gassed the colonies. Shima gassed the colonies under Dozel's command, but like Dozel what was it? Justified it to himself in the aftermath.
And let me be real. Also, as much as he was in the wrong, we all don't know about it. I hate to say it. If I was in Xeon, I would die for that motherfucker. To wait at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, also
look if I was a space droid.
Like, also look at the way that Garma was about that life. Like, my man had a soon-to-be wife waiting for him. He's like, look, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do this thing.
Garma's about a lot. I don't know if Garma's about the soldier life is the thing.
He might not be
about a lot.
Listen, he might not be
I
about
think
that
Garma was
life,
after Char's ass more than anything else.
Like, listen. He might listen. He told his girl, like, look, I'm gonna go handle this. I'm gonna come back, and we gonna do this family life.
Yeah, like I like
that
Garma.
Right, hold on, that was anime. That was anime for 2 days to retirement.
Should have raw dogged his girl before he went off the battle. At least he would have had a kid.
But at the same time, my man went out. My man Garma went out like a G, though.
I don't know. It feels undercut.
Like a G.
It feels undercut
like,
when
that battleship went down.
I mean, because it feels undercut when Char was like, "Yeah, you're kind of unlucky."
But he had the right idea, Jared.
That's fair. I have to say. Oh my god,
dude, that solar system though. That like the fact that battle between Ko and Gato gets interfered by that solar system and it just burns the shit out of both of their fucking suits. I was like, God damn.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Ching! I'm like, oh fuck.
Because I thought I really thought that whole time the solar system was like done.
Nah, I really thought it was still intact.
Exactly, because your boy came out talking about, please God, let this be it, and I'm like, oh, he's about to blow that shit up. It's still in one piece.
Yeah, still in one piece.
Yeah, well, you only took out the command ship. We still got all these mirrors.
Yep, and they're still functional.
Yeah. No. Oh my god, I cannot remember this man's name because it is killing the hell out of me.
What guy?
It's from Gundam Double. Oh, Galio. Galio is Garma's revenge.
I'm gonna say, Badar did nothing wrong. He is the true hero.
Who?
That damn show.
This is true.
Who?
Vidar Galio.
Oh, Vidar Galio. Look, yeah, he did nothing wrong. Like, look, I finally finished watching Iron Blooded Orphans, and I just really like fuck Rustle and any click that nigga claim. But like I loved it for Galio, and I loved him getting like because that like I said that's Garma's revenge.
His boy turned on him like, hey dog, so I'm really liking this thing, and I like how Galio kept telling him, hey dude, like there's a better way to do this. Nah, bro, you gotta do it this other way. I got these kids over here.
I got a plan, nigga. I got a plan. Oof.
And your plan is throwing your other boy under the bus and getting them killed.
Look, okay, well, whenever we talk about Iron Blooded Orphans, I got y'all because again, the perfect song for
Prime brought me to the light when he said, "Yeah, season 2, the good guys are really the bad guys." I was like, "Prime, don't do this." He's like, "No, watch it again." I'm like, "Fuck, he's right."
McGillis Fareed's theme song should be 2 points by Jadena. Look, real friends stab you in the front is the hook.
And then he got the revenge with the 2 for 1 special. Both his boys got his revenge.
Oh man. Yeah,
but no, I mean,
I hate the ending and I love it. Anyways, go back.
I mean, it's just the end. I like how Stardust Memory does kind of end very bittersweet, like an actual colony actually just dive down, and there was really nothing. Like no side could really be like victory, hooray! It's like no, both sides got fucked up. It ain't even like it's just done. and just the fact that it ends with that period of we see the Titans being formed and it's like Cole's boys in them balling ass fucking leather jackets. I was like, this is not. And knowing what you've seen from Zeta,
for human rights atrocities.
Yeah, no, it's like knowing what you know about Zeta, and then you see that happen at the end. It's like, ooh, that's not going to end too well for them.
So I will say the crew of the Albion makes it out intelligently, because like when the Titans really start to fuck up for the first time, because like when it's just like, all right, we're hunting Xeon and developing new mobile suits for the Federation. All right, we're with it. All right, so we're gonna start murdering people en masse after after the grips, the first contact with grips. Yeah, after like the beginning of the Grips conflict, the Albion crew leaves for Mars, and they're like, "You know what? I'm out. We're out." So, what's our?
I keep forgetting when you mention Mars. I keep forgetting that casually in the Gundam universe, we already got Mars colonized. Fuck.
Like
So
it's still getting off the ground. Mars isn't like a place you really go to, but like most of what we focus on in 0070 or like in the UC timeline is the Earth sphere. Of course, that is it. That is until you get to F90 when you have Mars Xeon or the Oldsmobile fleet. They really call these niggas the Oldsmobile fleet because they have basically
like we got a Xeon, the Mars branch. Like, all right, well.
Yeah, and then the Jupiter, it's not Xeon, it's like the Jupiter Empire.
Man,
it's so cool, but it's so dumb.
Humans ain't shit, man. We would really just take a planet and be like, yeah, this is ours now. I'm like, man, and that's what I'm like. And just
come on, dude. The way we made the Space Force tells you the way you think it's going to be.
Sir,
it sounds stupid.
Do not remind
guess
me
what? It's going to be like that.
Do not remind me of the fact
like it's going to be sound stupid, but it's going to be cool because like when you saw those uniforms are cool.
The Battlestar Galactica suits.
Oh, yes. By the way, guys.
Yes, I want to be a Guardian so bad, nigga. Give me my ghost.
Guys, also at the end,
where's the Traveler?
Also, at the end of it, remember, all files get deleted.
Oh, they do. They just get deleted. It's like, that didn't happen. Like I said, I think Cole probably got a good little bit of money, like to shut up and not say anything.
That ending by far had the best example of plausible deniability.
It really did.
Look. So I posted a link to a page on D's when he was talking about the end of it. So one of your first sequels to this is a manga called Gundam Katana. And Gundam Katana features a terrorist organization known as True Federal. So I
looked them up today.
Like a bank.
So in all of this and sweeping it all in the rug, so half of the Earth's fleet did get destroyed. The other half, we need to explain why half of your men aren't here anymore. So the Federation split them up and basically stationed them at the far reaches and told all the family, like, one, if you reach out to anyone at home, you're summary executed and you don't get to live here anymore. If you and you don't exist, and we're gonna tell your kin that you're dead. And they just made them disappear. And a lot of those people didn't appreciate that. So they left the Federation and formed an organization called True Federal, who's fighting back against the Federation and its lies.
It's GM on GM violence.
Absolutely. Look, like I said, like 00, like up to this point is about the end of where I'm like, I fuck with the Federation. Because like, even if you think about like, what did the Federation do in F91? Oh, it's just a border dispute. Just let the colonies sort it out themselves. It'll be fine. Slaughtering each other with autonomous drones.
I think they're amassing a lot of forces. They're not going to do that. Shut up.
This is why I love Bright Noah. He's just front seat to all the shenanigans. And yeah, he's like, I got my son on the wall. No, not that son. Amuro, he's on the wall.
I'm gonna say, excuse me. You know what's bad? Like, oh, we talking Hathaway spoilers now. Okay, then.
No, I just had to throw that out there because that shit Unicorn still fucks me up when Banneker is visiting Bright Noah and it's just Amuro's fucking damn his picture right there on Bright Noah's wall. I'm like, you don't even have a picture of your own son. Like, what the kind of shit is that?
He's right there. What are you talking about? Hathaway
grew up in Amuro's shadow and felt every bit of that shit. Like, that's why like Hathaway picked his hero. Hathaway said that like Char is the hero that the human race deserved, and he kind of what? Like, look, I joke and say like after Char's counterattack.
Hathaway.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was gonna say you do know what Hathaway was. You do know what Hathaway was saying as he's punching a pillow angrily at night, is the world didn't deserve Char.
Yo,
I swear to God, y'all thought I was joking with the dude looking down at the heavens, looking at everything. Char seeing all this shit.
Look, Char looking down. All right, we're going to skip ahead for that one. So Char looking down at the heavens, like looking at Amuro and roasting this nigga's ass. You said they would get better, Amuro. You said they would get better. They made the bugs, nigga. Does this look like they're getting better? Oh, the Federation will come and save them. They're gonna sit back and watch. but I'm sure they'll do something. No, I said they wouldn't from the first time.
We died for nothing.
Wait, excuse me.
Like, I'm sorry.
I have to do the scene from the beginning. Hold on 1 second. I have to do the scene from the beginning. So the scene starts. He comes in on Char angry. Lala walks up behind him, undoes the ball gag. Lala pulls the ball gag off, and Char just starts roasting the fuck out of Amuro.
Hold on. The best part.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
She's going down.
Jared.
No, leave that in there. Leave that in there. That's fine.
No, Jared, you do.
Yes, sir.
Jared, you do know. Like right after she removes the ball gag, he sits like he said, like he takes a deep sigh and says, "I'm going back to full frontal."
No, he can't. I really appreciate it because like Lala shows up in Unicorn just like oh, I'm taking what's mine, steals full frontal soul. Y'all can have this little conflict. like all of this belongs to me. This bullshit y'all got going on, y'all keep it.
It's like the ghost of Char, full frontal.
Banaja, you ain't see shit. No, ma'am. I didn't. No, ma'am.
No, I did not.
Like Banaja I really appreciate it. Banaja shows up at the new type orgy. Lala looks at her like, nigga, you ain't old enough to ride this ride. Go back.
Whoa! What you doing here, sugar? No.
He looks at her with a look. Yes, mistress.
Yo, I like how Banaja shows up at NT Narrative in that Delta Gundam. Like, so Gundams, what's going on here?
You been cosplaying Kincaid?
Shows up like, hey, what's going on this side?
It's like I saw a Gundam battle. I just figured I'd come over here in my little Delta Gundam.
See a gold Gundam flying. You guys doing okay over here? Everything's good? Okay, cool. Oh, your girl went psycho and left you? Oh, I'm sorry.
I swear to God, I think Char.
I'm sorry. Couldn't be me. We haven't gotten to peak psycho girlfriends leaving you yet because we haven't gotten Four, we haven't gotten Plea and her sisters.
I swear, I think Char looked at Operation Stardust. It's like, look at the Zeon. Wow, couldn't be me. I'm out.
Couldn't be me. 3 years later,
Chris,
you know what?
Chris, you do know.
Time is a circle. Did we establish this?
Man, look.
Wait, hey, Chris. First of all, you do know that Char literally pulled the Tricell effect on this whole thing after Stardust Memories.
Oh, he really did. It was Tricell all the way.
He just swooped in and bought up everything from Umbrella.
I mean, because that's all Tricell did at RE5 was like, yeah, we'll do our little experiments on these Africans because they don't know any better. Meanwhile, the Africans are like,
I'm gonna say this. It's not really a spoiler, but Char shows up in the Hyakushiki. That Hyakushiki is gold plated. Char didn't pay for the gold on it. He gave them the gold to plate it.
Get the fuck out of here.
No way. In Char's counterattack, Char buys Axis and the colonies.
What kind of long
suitcases of gold from the fact, like you see him. He drops the
points, nigga. What the hell has he got gold balls?
No, Jared.
Ziyatsu Daikun was balling.
Yep.
Yes,
that I knew, but
Jared, it's just like I said. He pulled a Tricell.
Look.
My man bought that man. Like, first of all, Char looked at that shit like it was the stocks and said, "Ooh, the dip is strong. I am buying all of this.
All this. I'm buying into the dip, nigga. We about to get the come up." And Char just got gold bricks. Like Char shows up, I'm moving weight, nigga. I got that gold in the back.
It was like fucking old boy
weight.
Was like,
and actually no, it's not because it's cool. It's because a gold-plated mobile suit has higher beam resistance than anything else. It's before eye fields are
Richard Pryor and fucking Harlem Nights when he flaps down that fucking $10,000 at the fucking jail. Like, bam, I won it all. I'm like, god damn.
Like, y'all thought I was the shit with this Zaku. Like, y'all thought I was the shit with that Zaku. Yeah, wait till you see this Azabi.
It then gives Anaheim specs for Amuro's new Gundam because he can.
Look, Look, Char really does come out here and flex because like Char's first lines to Amuro when the show happens, that shit's still golden. That's just a meme forever. I had that shit on a mask. I came to laugh at you.
Laugh at you.
That is the energy. That's the energy of every petty person ever. I came here to laugh.
But like, because like Amuro doesn't do bad for himself. Because like you see a Haro for the first time, like outside of Amuro's possession in this show on Side Luna. Amuro, while he's under house arrest, has set to being a toy maker and patented the Haro design and is making bank. Every time you see a Haro, Amuro's been paid for that shit.
Imagine. You've been through all the war, and he's
one of the best engineers of humanity. Like if he really didn't like get thrown in house arrest, he would have gone to work for Anaheim. That was kind of
he marketed it. Can you imagine Amuro going to Toys R Us after the end of the 1 year war and marketing a Haro to Toys R Us, peddling that shit?
Every time you see one, Amuro got to check off that bitch.
It's like, we're here at the NYC 2045 Toy Fair, and we got a Haro here. Who's up for offer?
There was an idea.
Team 6'9" in 2000 WM.
That's the best way to sum it up. Is there was an idea.
I'm about to, man. I got a tour that's gonna tell all y'all fuck niggas. I'm gonna show all y'all fuck niggas how to make a tour.
I mean, it's like I said, I love this show. I just love how it does bookend just everything about, like, that's one of the things that I liked about, like, after the Mobile Suit Gundam was, like, you got if 0083 like bookended it, and seeing 8th MS Team and War in the Pocket kind of shows some of the after effects of what the 1 year war did in certain aspects of it and stuff. And I thought it was interesting.
I guess like specifically like for 8th MS Team and 0080, it's more like small microcosms because those are still in the heart of the conflict.
Oh
yeah. 8th MS Team is happening during the Battle of Odessa, or like in the aftermath of Odessa before the Zeon withdrawal from Earth, and 0080 is right before.
Near the end, isn't it?
It's near the end. It's right after. It's right before, and it's like it straddles the Ball of a Bawaku because it's like episode 40 of Mobile Suit Gundam, because Gundam shows up at Side 6 and then leaves because the Alex was supposed to be ready for White Base when it arrives, but it was still going through shakedown before they left, so they didn't give it to them. And they just do the magnetic coating on the 78-2 instead of giving the new one.
And then poor Bernie, like, the war's over. That's cool, but you know, I'm a hamburger now.
I gotta do what I gotta do. According to manga stories, that nigga survived that shit somehow, but whatever.
The shit that get me is when you get like stories like Thunderbolt that was happening during that time, and it's just like, well, it's not close to none of the major conflict. It's just a fucked up story that's happening on the other side of the battlefield, man.
But like, if you think about it, there are all these little fucked up stories. All like wars fucked up. It's like all over the place. Like you follow the happy part of the story when you follow Amuro, and that's still fucking tragedy.
Oh yes, it is.
I mean, even when we said the second season of freaking Thunderbolt, where they're on Earth and stuff, and this is after the war. But like we said before, with this, it's like there's still like lingering battles still happening. It's not like the war necessarily 100% stopped.
Nah,
there's still shit going down.
The main enemy you're fighting in the second season of Thunderbolt isn't even Zeon. It's a cult. It's a cult with mobile suits.
Yeah,
the work is still to be done, even though it's not Zeon. It's like, fuck.
Like it's really showing like the political situation that I do appreciate. You do kind of see the political situation that the Federation finds itself in, because you have all of these weapons of basically mass destruction. Like even just thinking about it, like the joke that Zeon used the first time they used a nuclear weapon on the battlefield was during Operation Odessa. So during Operation Odessa, they buried nuclear landmines to stop the advance of the Federation forces and nuke the first waves of the Federation to come over the battlefield. What they said was, it was just a mobile suit whose reactor got breached. Because if you think about it, all of these are fusion reactors with hundreds of megawatts of power, and they go up like candles when they get fucked up on a battlefield.
Shot the leg.
Well, and you see a lot of interesting stuff because like using beam weapons on Earth in populated areas is highly discouraged, and you see why in Hathaway because beam weapons scatter, and as I like to jokingly call. Everything catches on fire, everything burns, and you melt when you get hit by hot plasma. And then, as I like to jokingly call beam sabers, cancer sticks, it's a giant rod of contained plasma and radiation. Like,
no, they're for this serious cancer sticks.
I mean, everybody knocks that Hathaway fight on Earth, but I'm like, that was very realistic to see them running around and shit's just getting fucked up all around them and stuff. And it's like, there's no escaping that shit. Even if they're fighting in the air, something's gonna get fucked up. So I mean,
also, like I still really appreciate the fight, like the not the Jesta, what the Mesher fight. It's falling with style. It like falls, boosts back into atmosphere, and then just controls its fall back down and fights on the way down, boosts back up. All right, I got enough propellant to do this a few times. But all these little stories, like you're really seeing, and like once you get to Hathaway, yeah, you've gotten past Char's counterattack and all that stuff, but yes, the Titans are gone, but the Earth Federation still has to maintain like this population. So I'm like the heavy-handed police action stance that they're taking is wrong, but like it's the answer they came to at that point.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate it. Like no one is really evil for the sake of being evil, except for Garen. Garen is just fucking evil.
He is literally a Nazi. Literally.
There's no way.
Garen deserved every second of that 45 bullet going through the back of his head.
I mean,
look, that was the sharpest start that Garen ever had. That 45 that Cassilia put through his head.
Oh man, but
now, of course, seeing how she was the one that did it, like she pulled the trigger and got a full headshot. Little did she know that she was forecasting her own foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I don't think she was planning for a whole ass rocket.
Yeah, look. And to go back because I couldn't remember a girl's name. I think like even despite like the most satisfying deaths in Gundam, I missed my two favorites, which are Iok Kujin, because that nigga was so annoying he brought someone back from the edge of death to kill him. And Flay Alster, because I have not hated anyone in Gundam more than Flay Alster.
Jesus.
If you gonna look at someone and say you're gonna fight and fight and fight until you die after fucking them, you know what? I'm not gonna miss it when you die.
You fucking dead to rights and shit. I mean, it's yeah.
But sorry, I had to bring it up before we close out because that was bothering me. I couldn't remember that woman's name.
Hold on, I can't believe we talked about Gundam deaths and then talk about Cat's death. I have never been so happy. So happy to watch somebody die.
Look. One of my co-hosts, Donovan, is a big fan of Marita. So watching cats die was a treasure.
I mean, I was euphoric when that scene happened.
I'm trying to think, is there a video of that death? Because I know 0083 trying to find actual video of the death.
No, hey, D, speaking of other deaths that caught us off guard, but definitely made us laugh. The thud of old girl's head hitting that
we
Gundam.
talking about that.
I know you guys talked about it and I missed it, my bad. But still that part was just hilarious to me because I was like, son, she caught that bullet. She ate that bullet in the back. And there was nothing that Araki could do about it.
She was there to do her job. Like we were talking about it. She was ready to throw it all at Ko in order to pilot that suit, and that nigga's like, ooh, these specs are cool.
It's so great.
Yeah, she was, but here's the other part. D, were you like me where you got Tekken blood vengeance vibes when she dies and it became all emotional?
Because
I'm like, look here, chick. We only seen you We've only seen you for one
You only been here for an
episode.
episode.
Ain't even been here a whole episode. We're getting the full no.
It's like
I'm
you
like,
never know this person.
All right, look, I'm just gonna say I would have died for her though, but because she came in with big Ada energy, and I was like, let's go. Look, I would risk it all for
and
that
I
shit,
respect,
nigga.
I respect all of that
Nigga.
RR energy. Yes,
Nigga.
I'm like, yes, we
Look,
we about to get down to business. Yo, Nina
and Mora, her and Mora would be the like Nina can go off and like fawn over Ko and her goddamn ideal simp ass boyfriend all she want. Like, Mora, come on, I'm gonna go climb a tree today.
Yep.
And Mora, can you reach for that for me?
I need the tallest glass of water in this kitchen.
Please.
The tallest,
Hey,
darkest glass of water.
The tallest, darkest glass of water.
I hate to be that nigga. You trying to play basketball?
Look, don't play. I used to date a basketball player. Look, I'm a strong and proud 5'10", and I dated a 6'2" basketball player, and I loved every bit of that.
I admit I could.
I am secure in my masculinity.
I admit I could for one main reason, because I come from a balling family, so it would be cute, but I just feel my dad. So you just gonna let your wife just cross you on the court, huh?
Look, I play football. I wholly admit I was out of my element.
Nobody asked. You ain't the man of the family.
Sir,
let her do that shit.
Sir, you know Dennis Haysbert and at the end of Love and Basketball was looking at his son on the sideline.
Play me for your heart.
You're just gonna let your wife out here on the WNBA court, but you can't.
She support you, so she support you with that little small paycheck, because you know they don't pay nothing, son.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but that's Stardust memory, man. This is, and understand this is just a taste, because this is just one part of it, because just after this was Zeta and Double Zeta, it just keeps escalating.
I don't know how
I just started rewatching Zeta. Like I really picked it back up. I'm gonna say it right now. I forgot that this nigga whined his way into being a terrorist.
Wait, what?
Look, I don't want to go home with you, Mom. Fuck you. I'm gonna go home and be a terrorist. Wait,
I want to be a Gundam pilot. I love Amuro, please.
No, it's not
Camille,
even that though.
Is that a girl's name?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Look, someone said this nigga was a girl, and he fought and whined until he became a terrorist because of it. In the span of 2 episodes. I wish I was exaggerating.
Wind his way into a mobile suit.
You gotta think about it. Is that failing upwards, or is that having motivation? Is the question to me.
Like,
is that failing upward,
Camille,
or is that just pure?
Like
Camille is like one of the most
Camille
powerful
is
people.
motivated by so much spite.
Yep.
And emo.
Yeah, Camille is spiteful and emo. I'm gonna say, like, out of all of the protagonists for Gundam, Jude Ashta is still my favorite, because like I know how much people really don't like Double Zeta, because like, oh, it's such a departure from like the vibe of Zeta. I love Double Zeta to the bottom of my heart. One, opening is a banger. Till the death of me. Anime Janai is going to be played at my fucking funeral.
Well, that's why people don't like Zeta, Double Zeta. It's not an anime.
Speaking of
it's real life. This is not animation.
Speaking of the themes, like the theme songs and stuff. Oh man, I absolutely love the theme song for Stardust Memories. Shout outs and rest in peace to my girl. Shout out and rest in peace to my girl Miki Matsubara.
Oh man.
AKA that song from TikTok that had everybody blowing that shit up again. Stay with me. That's her.
Oh man. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to put it to you though. Which one do you like more? Do you like Men of Destiny or The Winner more?
I really like The Winner. Men of Destiny was really good though, but damn.
Look, all right. I'm gonna put it to you like I said earlier in the show. The Winner slaps instantly. The saxophones just take you the fuck away.
Yes.
Men of Destiny, its hook is undefeated.
I'm sorry.
And especially the second version, Oblivion. Oblivion's better.
I was just going to say Oblivion is way better than Man of Destiny.
I don't know, y'all. The second I hear those saxophones, I want to be in downtown Tokyo having sake, looking at my Seiko watch.
Look, I have a lo-fi hip hop version of The Winner as one of my outro songs. I love that shit like to the death of me. But like Oblivion, it goes so like I think like the only thing that I like more than Oblivion maybe it's like Code of Liam's opening theme song. I'll send y'all a link to it because that shit's on Spotify and that shit comes on, it will change your fucking day.
Question though,
like it is like the peak of city pop, and like that shit goes so fucking hard.
So, question for both of you guys: do you think that there were been ever any plans to see like what Cole has been up to following this, or was it just kind of like one of those? Well, he's basically just a cog in everything afterwards, pretty much. Since it's no point of really following up on him, because
that's definitely a cog story.
Yeah, it feels like it is. I was thinking about that. I was just kind of thinking about that, especially going into Zeta and everything kind of going the way it went and stuff.
Because like everyone involved kind of like gets footnoted into history in a way. Because like when you start off, Ko is in a backwater base testing mobile suit parts.
Yeah,
and he ends up in a backwater base next to the last. Like he starts off next to a colony drop and ends next to a colony drop in North America. Like the only way I feel like they could really benchmark it right, because like if only like Ko ended at Cheyenne instead of like whatever base in Colorado he ended up in. Because if that nigga would have been at Cheyenne, he was at both of your big bases for fucking Unicorn. And like they could have like that nigga was in the Carl Gustav that got fucking jobbed by a Jesta. A Jester really dropped down and like took a Carl Gustav up and said there will be no dreams and sliced that bitch up.
So that also being said, wouldn't the same fate be the same way for one of my personal favorite fetties of all time, Jazz nigga? Wouldn't it be the same thing for him? Where it basically
I keep
fucking his name up though.
Yeah. I have not read Thunderbolt, so I can't give you I can't spoil what happens to Thunderbolt for you. I honestly just don't know what happens to him at the end, because like he may retire and be a happy man, or he might die on the battlefield. I don't fucking know how that one goes. Okay, as long as my girl with the tattoos survives. That's all I care about.
I'm almost finished with Thunderbolt. He goes through some shit. But not death yet. He has to make some Sophie's choices, and he does he has an Amuro moment on Earth fighting Daryl, but
yeah, like Daryl Lawrence
is too good for him.
Daryl Lawrence is my nigga. I like whatever I say, like as much as I may like I can't be mad at Daryl Lawrence. Daryl Lawrence is out there because like this is for my family. And like every time that nigga had a flashback before he lost a limb, I felt like I lost a little part of myself.
Oh, and by the way, y'all keep on calling me pig leg like I'm Seamus and shit on motherfucking Family Guy.
Bro, nah, him struggling in that Gelgug at the Battle of Obabaku hurt me a little bit, because when he felt like he was about to die and he struggled to grab the controls, like, no.
Yeah, that's just still tense. Anyway. All right. I think that's pretty much the show. God damn.
Yeah, we had fun, laughs, deaths.
Like I said, we're going to return back to UC, doing Zeta. A part of me thinks like we should probably like break off.
You need to break up Zeta. Zeta's long.
That's what I'm saying. Zeta's long. If we're going and a part of me thinking like, I would say you like real quick, like Chris, you want to fuck off to a different timeline?
Gundam Seed.
You really want it? Really want it?
All right, I say like do Gundam Seed another time, because like Gundam Seed is rehashing UC. So like if you're going to do it, I'd say like do the first season of Seed and like do it as a counterpoint to the 1 year war season of UC. But Seed Destiny is your attempt to do both Zeta and Double Zeta at the same time.
No, I got an even better one. Just for lighthearted purposes. Build Fighters.
Build Fighters? All right. I can fuck with some Build Fighters.
Build Fighters is literally like a jerk off of everything Gundam in the best way possible. Like, oh my god!
I'm gonna give you like the more serious part of it. Build Fighters is Gundam Valhalla.
It is.
Everyone that has a hard life in Gundam, everyone that has a whole death in Gundam gets to go and live a happy life and have a more calm and peaceful existence.
Rumble Rao literally hits on our hero's mom, and they're dating. I'm like,
wait,
that's good. That's good.
Rao.
Do you know how hard I fucking popped in that last episode when they did the reveal of fucking Obawaku?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how erect I got?
There's
Excuse
a
me,
character.
do you know how erect I got from Rinko Iori?
Well, that goes without saying, sir. My penis is already hard. That just unlocked Ocean Instinct mode.
As me and Aaron say on the show all the time, hey, you want me to be full? I'll be full.
But like, Bill Fighters is dope. I love fucking Bill Fighters.
Bill Fighters caught me off guard. It really caught me off guard because it's
so lighthearted, but
it takes you off guard because like this is a kid show. It's like this is actually really good. Like, why is this not a real life?
When you get to try Island Worlds?
Is it really?
Yeah,
wow,
nigga. Mr. Rao, Rambo Rao. You have Rambo Rao. Like everyone that has a bad life has a go again. Like Uso Irwin, who watched both of his parents die in front of him and picked his mom's head up. Picked his mother's decapitated head up in a helmet. Gets to have a happy life with his parents.
Wow,
it is Gundam Valhalla. You appreciate it more when you watch it because like. I'm not gonna spoil who is the main character's master. I can't remember. Is it in Try or is it in this one? Where
that's in
Try.
It's in Try. That's Try. Thank you. But yeah, like it's because it's Bill Burning in Try.
Yeah, Bill Burning.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, we said Bill Burning, so I'm pretty sure that spoils who the Try is.
Yeah, it does a little bit, but if you think about it, for like half a second, you figure out who the master is. But Bill Fighters really, it's a good reason to watch it.
Yeah, but all Bill Fighters is on the Gundam Info YouTube channel.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I wanted us to.
Zeta's now on Funimation as well, so
it's like I wanted us to do something like because I know like Zeta and Double Z, it's gonna take up time. And it'd probably be best if we talk both at the same time. I don't fucking know yet. So
I would honestly, I kind of recommend splitting it into 4 parts.
Yeah,
because Zeta is long enough where you can do Zeta in 2 parts. Because
there's a reason why they split the DVD into 2 parts. It's like, hey, Zeta part 1.
See that part 2.
There's a twist in the mid of Zeta you can get to.
Yeah, so it's like I gotta figure out. We're gonna figure out whatever one.
You could also do G Gundam. G Gundam.
We already did.
G Gundam.
Oh, you already did.
Now here's the funny thing. Now that you mentioned that I wanted to redo it. Note the word wanted.
Look, if y'all ain't come up here and say this is mobile.
I mean, you really trying to do that again?
Did you just see me do?
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, the fact that you were trying to consider doing that again.
Can I come in a poncho and a sombrero? Can I like? Can I come in here with 2 6-shooters and a skateboard? Can I come in here dressed in a zebra print?
I would be wearing an eye patch to redo it.
Hey D, let me help you out here. See, we can do. Listen, we'll do G Gundam again when Bandai stops dragging their ass and puts out the rest of the toys.
Well, sir, your peoples in Japan said fuck G Gundam, so that's not
Chris.
No, look me in my eye holes, Bandai. Release Zulu Gundam, you cowards.
Chris,
they don't like black people.
That is my point of why I said we'll do it when they release the rest of the master grades.
Well, I will say though, access though, you got access right now, especially with DVDs and stuff, and also streaming to also for After War Gundam X.
Oh, Gundam X.
That's another alternate reality one.
Can I just say Gundam X goes so hard. There's an episode that ends with a woman screaming, and it continues into the beginning of the next episode.
See, you just sold me.
I love Gundam X because Jamil is what happened if Amuro turned bitter.
Yeah, it really did. It's like, damn.
You done sold that. That sounds so good to do. Now.
So have you seen it's like a universe branching chart to explain how you get all the alternate universes?
It's
I've seen all.
I forgot.
Yeah, because like I talked about like one of our supposed theories for a branch is like if the 1 year war started a year early, that's how you get to Gundam Wing, because like it grinds down, becomes a occupation force instead. If instead of dropping one colony, Zeon decides to drop all the colonies, that's how you get to Gundam X. No, that's Gundam X. What is it? I think if it's like the Earth is like, I forget which one gets you to G Gundam, because like G Gundam is like Earth is uninhabitable after the 1 year war. That gets you to G Gundam. Iron-Blooded Orphans is like part of the dark history where you're too far in the future, where it's hard to tell because like it's Calamity War,
which is ironic because
IBO.
Isn't Reconstituga like after all the stuff in UC, or is not, or some shit like that?
Yes.
Yes,
So
they restart the calendar.
Reguild is 1,000. So you have UC Gundam up to like fucking Crossbone Ghost, which gets you to UC like 180, and then at UC 400, when the calendar changes over for the first time, you get to Gaia Gear, and then 1,000 years in the future from Gaia Gear, you get to Reconquista in G, and then wavy hands bullshit, you get to turn.
That's what I was with turn A. I was like, all right.
Why does it take that long to get to turn A?
Turn A is so far in the future, we've lost and buried everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, turn A. So what they say is that turn A is the end of all Gundam. So like they say, turn A's timeline is every Gundam timeline on an endless cycle of destruction and reconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure.
whatever. So let me guess. So
I buy that one. That's me.
That's the end. So whatever happened before then, turn A is the ending no matter what.
Yeah.
All of
even
them
things that come after
turn A.
Everything leaves turn A.
Imagine if Studio Ghibli tried to make a Gundam series and you kind of have an idea of where you're going with Turn A Gundam. I'm gonna be like a strong apologist because I really fucking like Turn A.
Who does not like Turn A? People who hate fun. That's who.
Yeah, why does Gundam have a more complicated timeline than Street Fighter? Because we're talking about a multiverse here.
Guys, just like DC, only difference is that just Gundam ain't gonna be like, here's Earth 52. It's like, nah, this is the timeline. That's it. That's all you get.
I can appreciate you jumping that far in the timeline, but it's so far in the timeline where everybody just connects to that one.
Yeah,
I hate to be that
like
person.
it's so far it doesn't matter. It kind of doesn't matter.
I get that, and I get that. But at the same time, like, that's a cop out. You know that, right?
Yeah, it is.
So it's kind of cool how they do it, because like the two mobile suits that are like, small spoilers, I guess, the two mobile suits are paracausal, so they cross the boundaries of existence. Yeah, just like the butterfly. It's the butterfly effect in Gundam form.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, I just want to say, if I can get some moon pussy, you can moonlight butterfly all this shit.
Absolutely. Look, also, Laura Rolla, best girl. Like, just throwing that out there.
I mean,
no debates. Yeah.
I mean,
thank you. Sometimes it takes a man to be best girl.
Field Fighters is literally like a Gunpla's wet dream, to which I'm like, so we can't get this in real life. Why again? I'm just saying, can't get some Build Fighters, because I would be my jam. I'd be old. I'd probably be one of the many older people that'd be fucking up these little kids in these damn battles.
Look, you have a PlayStation 4, right?
Yeah.
I gotta like walk you through the process of getting Breaker 3, because Breaker 3.
I saw y'all playing it, and I'd be watching Twitch streams of people playing that shit. I'm like, this looks very fun.
It is a journey to get it. Like, either you have to buy it off of Amazon, which is like isn't that bad, but then you still have to register a Singapore PSN account. Hi. Hello. Sorry, my wife shut up. You have to register a Singapore PSN account. Or you can buy it just from the Singapore PSN. That's like kind of
okay. But anyways, that is it for the show. We're done. So yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys on the flip side next time around. And also, if you're watching this live right now, me and Prime will be back tomorrow for Ultraman X.
Hey.
So we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye, everybody.